The following is a presentation of Radio Alabama Sports. This broadcast is copyrighted by Radio Alabama for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast, descriptions, or accounts of the game without Radio Alabama's consent is strictly prohibited.
The Wetumpka Indians play right here. Welcome to the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network and the Shops at East Chase pregame show, sponsored in part by Collier Ford, Central Alabama Community College, RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty, and RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty Plus, the Shops at East Chase, Marion Community Bank, Russell Do-It Center, the Gab Salon, Montgomery Fire Equipment, First Community Bank, CAC Adult Learning, Oswald's, Central Access, Alpha Insurance, the Ennis Agency, and Wharf Casual Seafood.
287 days. That's how long it's been since the Indians last took to the gridiron, and boy, are we excited to be here on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network and the Shops at East Chase pregame show. I'm Mitch Petrie here in the Central Alabama Community College broadcast booth. Joining alongside me is Gregory Kirby, our new color commentator, and Austin Elliot, our new sideline reporter. Excited to get this thing underway, and boy, what a journey it has been. 287 days and a lot at stake here tonight. Really going to see what this Indians team is made of. We heard Coach Woods talk a lot during Tribal Talk about this environment. It's going to be a playoff environment. It's senior night here for these Andalusia Bulldogs, and you'd factor in just about the 2-hour road trip from Wetumpka to get here, and boy, it should be an exciting one.
Well, hey, man, it was a tough road trip down here. Long to get down here, but this is what you prepare for the playoffs, because you got to take those long road trips there in November and early December to get ready for this. So this is a really good pregame to get prepared for the playoffs and those long road trips.
Yeah, man. Coach Bear Woods, not shy of competition, really embraces the week one challenge here in Andalusia, and what a challenge we have on tap tonight.
Absolutely. And you talk about the challenge, this Andalusia Bulldogs team is one of the best coached teams in the state without a shadow of a doubt. They're coached by Trent Taylor, who is entering his 13th year as the Andalusia head coach. 109-36 is his record. But before that, he's been all over the place. He was at Kinston for a couple of years and then spent 25 years up the road at Strawn. And his all-time record, 284-157, ranks 11th on the all-time wins list for coaches in the state of Alabama. You know this team is going to bring their best. They're not going to let anything come to you easy. They're going to make you come out and come beat them. And when you look at this Indians team, you see a lot of new faces, especially on the defensive side of the ball. You return just 3 starters, all in the secondary. We talked with Coach Morton in pregame, and we'll hear from him in just a little bit. But, man, what is kind of your outlook on this Indians front seven? What do you expect to see in the box here tonight, Gregory?
Man, we got to look at the guys. Hey, we returned 3 defensive starters in Jordan Gray, Emerson Polk, and Kingston Johnson. I expect the secondary to be strong tonight, but I'm interested to see how this front seven looks tonight. You know, we got Zion Robinson at the edge. You got linebackers Cooper Wilson and Xavier Morris. I'm excited to see how those 3 guys right there in that front seven and their experience penetrate that Andalusia O-line.
Yeah, Greg, good point. Coach Bear Woods, a lot of his coach teams, especially here at Wetumpka, his background very highly talented as a defensive player. So one thing he's really prided himself on is having a good defense, somebody that can get the offense back on the field, and that's what he believes he has in this new look defense this season.
Well, absolutely. Entering year 3 is Coach Marvin Morton, the defensive coordinator here for this Indian squad. And on top of that, you touched on Bear Woods' playing career. I mean, I would venture as far as to say there's few coaches in the state that have as much experience at the highest levels of the game as Coach Woods, a 13-year player in the Canadian Football League, a one-time Grey Cup winner, 2-time Defensive Player of the Year award as a linebacker. So you ask questions about linebacker. It's really hard to replace those guys you had last year, especially Walt Myrick. He's moved on now, graduated as a senior. He's down at Troy University. But Cooper Wilson wearing that jersey number 42, and he's got some big shoes to fill.
Yeah, for sure. Walt Myrick, a lot of production. Production was what he was about last year. And then you take it back even a year before, Kelby Walker just breaking records with tackles. And just lighten up the stat sheet. But, yeah, very excited to see this new-look defense. Know a lot of work's been put in the offseason to establish their identity. So I expect to see a lot of hard-nosed defensive play tonight by the Indians.
Yeah, absolutely. Linebacker is something that the Indians have had a lot of talent at over the last couple of years, and excited to see how that continues here tonight. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from Coach Marvin Morton on the Shops at East Chase pregame show. This is the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
The Ford Summer Sales Event is now at Collier Ford with Ford's incredible 000 offer. That's 0% financing for 36 months, no payments for 90 days, and 2 years of maintenance, plus $1,000 down payment assistance on select new Fords. Shop the 2026 F-150, the family-ready Explorer, or the fuel-efficient Ford Maverick. Hurry, the Ford Summer Sales Event ends August 31st. Visit Collier Ford in Wetumpka today. Come on, come to Collier.
At First Community Bank, banking is about more than accounts and transactions. It's about relationships with the people, families, and businesses that make our communities strong. From personal and business banking to lending and mortgage services, their team is ready to help with the financial needs that come with every stage of life. Learn more at fcbca.com. First Community Bank of Central Alabama. Member FDIC. First Community Bank. Let's do life together.
Hey y'all, Oswalt's in Wetumpka and Prattville is happy to support our local schools. Come into Oswalt's for all your clothing needs. Polos from Southern Marsh, Southern Shirt, Cotton Brothers, Roost, and Fieldstone. Shorts from AFCO, Burleybow, Free Ballers, and Local Boy. Tees from Old Row, Lulu Mac, Southern Fried Cotton, Simply Southern, and Coosa Cotton. Shoes from Extra Tough, Hey Dude, and Birkenstock. Auburn and Alabama gear, plus a whole lot of hats. That's Oswalt's in downtown Wetumpka and Oswalt's Prattville across from Chick-fil-A North. Go Indians!
Need a shopping day? A dinner out? Maybe a little of both? Make your way to the Shops at East Chase. With more than 70 stores and restaurants, you can shop favorites like Dillard's, H&M, American Eagle, Buckle, and Journeys. Then grab coffee, a sweet treat, or dinner before heading home. Shopping, dining, and plenty to explore. Make a day of it at the Shops at East Chase.
It's never too late to take the next step. The Central Alabama Community College Adult Learning Program helps adults 18 and older earn their GED or even a high school diploma. You can also prepare for the workforce with short-term certificates in medical billing and coding, medical assisting, pharmacy technician, or hospitality and culinary. Flexible classes fit your schedule and your future starts today. Visit cacc.edu/adult education or call 256-378-2017. CACC Adult Learning Program. Discover you.
Welcome back to the Shops at East Chase pregame show. I'm Mitch Petrie here with defensive coordinator Coach Marvin Morton. Coach, 3 starters returning on defense, but before we get there, how excited are you for Friday Night Lights to be back?
I'm very excited. This group has put in a lot of hard work since January and had a really good spring, fall camp, and had a good week of practice this week. So I'm ready to see what they do up under the Friday Night Lights.
Absolutely. I know we're excited. Everybody is. Talk about this defense. You got 3 starters returning. They're all in the secondary. Emerson Paul, Kingston Johnson, Jordan Gray. Tell me about those guys. What leadership you expect to see from them tonight?
Well, a lot of leadership from them guys, from communication to make sure everyone lining up correctly. Those are guys that we could trust too to make plays, and not only for the defense, but those are our special team starters as well. So, we're going to definitely lean heavily on those seniors going into the season.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, a lot of new faces on the defense. Who are some guys that these Wetumpka fans should get ready and get accumulated with, because you're going to be seeing a lot of them this season?
Absolutely. Just starting with the defensive line, you got Zion Robinson. He came in last year, and he was a rotational guy, somebody that brought in a lot of energy, and, I'm excited to see what he does, as a starter here. He's worked his tail off this summer. Same with Kane Dixon. He's a first-time starter as well. Our box is going to be first-time starters, and the group that's really grown the most, in my opinion, has been the linebacker group, led by Cooper Wilson and Xavier Morris and Speedy Wilkes. So, I'm excited to see these guys, especially in this week 0 game, to where, Andalusia likes to run the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. Seen a lot of running. They got a returning running back in MJ Berry, but you talk about Cooper Wilson wearing jersey number 42. Talk about the leadership you expect to see from him. Obviously, big name to live up to, and Walt Myrick wearing number 42 last year.
Absolutely. This was a summer of growth for Cooper Wilson. As each week went on, leading up into the season, he's got more confident in his abilities and his leadership roles as well. And man, he works his tail off. He's somebody that is going to bring a lot of energy on the field, and just really relying on his leadership out there on the field to make sure everyone's lined up correctly.
Absolutely, Coach. Well, excited tonight. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
When we return, kickoff, coin toss, keys to the game coming your way. Well, welcome back to the Shops at East Chase pregame show. Before we jump into any more coverage here on this game tonight, let's hear what's going around in the Radio Alabama sports world alongside Alex Bauman.
High school football is back across the Radio Alabama sports family of networks, and Week 1 is loaded. Rivalries, heavyweight matchups, coaching legends, and a new season kicking off across East Central Alabama. This is Alex Bauman with your Radio Alabama Sports Roundup. Here's what's on the Friday night slate. We start with a matchup featuring two of the most accomplished coaches in Alabama high school football history. Clay Central and head coach Danny Horn, the winningest coach in state history, square off with Fife and Paul Benefield, who rank second on the Alabama's all-time wins list. That's two coaching legends, one sideline apiece, and a big-time matchup to open the season. Rusty Taylor and Coach Jerry Weems have every snap on Classic Country 90.9. You can also watch on the Clay Central Sports Network Facebook page or listen in the Radio Alabama app. Down in South Alabama, Wetumpka hits the road to open its season against the Andalusia Bulldogs. Mitch Petrie, Gregory Kirby, and Austin Elliot are on the call for the Wetumpka Sports Network. Hear the game on WRFS or watch live on the Wetumpka Sports Network Facebook page. At Farm Links Field, Fayetteville enters Week 1 after an impressive Fall Jamboree performance against Randolph County and Verbena. Now the games count as the Wolves welcome the Coosa Central Cougars for the regular season opener. Blake Bagley, Jacob Bassett, and Clint Wright bring you the action on Radio Alabama Special Events Channel 2, exclusively in the Radio Alabama app, with live video on the Fayetteville Sports Network Facebook page. In Auburn, get ready for a heavyweight showdown under the lights at Duck Sanford Stadium. Auburn High opens its season at home against Hewitt-Trussville, and there's a new voice behind the microphone. Jack Hutton makes his debut as the voice of the Auburn High Tigers, alongside Rob Pate and Trip Upton. Catch every play on Wings 94.3 and in the Radio Alabama app. And we close out the slate with the rivalry game. Lee Scott Academy opens its season against Glenwood in the debut of interim head coach Jacob Osmond. Christian Griffin and Christian Roberson have the call on AU 100.3 and the Radio Alabama app. From Clay Central and Fayetteville to Wetumpka, Auburn High, and Lee Scott Academy, Radio Alabama Sports has you covered all across the state. On air, online, on your phone, and now on your TV. High school football doesn't get any better than this. This is Alex Bauman, and this has been your Radio Alabama Sports Roundup.
When it comes to real estate in the River region, trust the team that puts you first. Chad Barrett, Beverly Wright, and Kathy Thornton. With experience, dedication, and a commitment to making every move smooth, they're here to guide you whether you're buying, selling, or investing. Together at RE/MAX Cornerstone and RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus, they're the names families across our community count on. Call today and let Chad, Beverly, or Kathy help with your next move.
Looking to tackle your next home project? Look no further than Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, with same-day pickup, ship to store, and ship to home, all available at russelldoitcenter.com. Whether it's paints, tools, lumber, or lawn care, we've got what you need with the service you can trust. So be sure to shop today at russelldoitcenter.com. russelldoitcenter.com.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Your future can start right here at Central Alabama Community College. Whether you're preparing for a career, earning a degree, learning a skilled trade, or planning to transfer to a four-year university, Central Alabama Community College can help you take the next step. With affordable tuition, convenient locations, and programs designed for today's workforce, there's a path waiting for you. Learn more and get started today at cacc.edu. Central Alabama Community College. Central to you, central to your success.
Hey y'all, Oswalt's in Wetumpka and Prattville is happy to support our local schools. Come into Oswalt's for all your clothing needs. Polos from Southern Marsh, Southern Shirt, Cotton Brothers, Roost, and Fieldstone. Shorts from AFCO, Burley Bow, Free Ballers, and Local Boy. Tees from Old Row, Lulu Mac, Southern Fried Cotton, Simply Southern, and Coosa Cotton. Shoes from Extra Tough, Hey Dude, and Birkenstock. Auburn and Alabama gear, plus a whole lot of hats. That's Oswalt's in downtown Wetumpka and Oswalt's Prattville across from Chick-fil-A North. Go Indians!
Local businesses help communities grow, and First Community Bank understands what it takes to keep a business moving forward. From business checking and commercial lending to merchant services and convenient banking tools, their team works with business owners to understand their individual needs. It's banking built around relationships, service, and the communities they call home. First Community Bank of Central Alabama. Member FDIC. First Community Bank. Let's do life together.
For 18 years, the Gab Salon has been part of downtown Wetumpka, helping clients look and feel their best. Whether you're ready for a haircut, fresh color, highlights, a Brazilian blowout, or styling for a special occasion, their experienced team is here to help. Open 6 days a week, the Gab Salon is located at 102A South Main Street. Call 334-567-5344 to schedule your next appointment.
The Ford Summer Sales Event is now at Collier Ford with Ford's incredible 000 offer. That's 0% financing for 36 months, no payments for 90 days, and 2 years of maintenance, plus $1,000 down payment assistance on select new Fords. Shop the 2026 F-150, the family-ready Explorer, or the fuel-efficient Ford Maverick. Hurry, the Ford Summer Sales Event ends August 31st. Visit Collier Ford in Wetumpka today. Come on, come to Collier.
The Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network is built by Russell Do-It Center. From key cutting and propane refills to contractor services and expert advice for your next project, turn to Russell Do-It Center in Wetumpka. .105.1 WRFS is WRFS-FM, Rockford, Alexander City, Lake Martin, Wetumpka, Prattville, Montgomery, home of the Wetumpka Indians on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
And welcome back to the Shops at East Chase pregame show. I'm Mitch Petrie here in the Central Alabama Community College broadcast booth on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network. Gregory, we're just a couple minutes away from kickoff here, and as we get ready for kickoff, let's talk about this offense a little bit. You got a lot of guys returning. You lost a couple of guys last year, and John Hudson-Winyard, a big producer for this offense, but also you lost Andrew Voiles, both the punter and a bona fide wide receiver. But now taking a look at the guys that we still do have coming back this season, obviously you can't talk about this offense without talking about quarterback Charlie Skipper entering his second year as the starter under the helm of a new offensive coordinator and coach David Monroe. Tell me a little bit about what you expect to see from this offense tonight.
You know, I'm looking for Charlie Skipper. He's a returning starter. He started all 11 games last season for the Indians. He threw over 2,500 yards, about 17 touchdowns, I think it was. I'm really interested to see how he does it today. You know, one of my things I have on here is how does Andalusia pressure Charlie, or do they make him patiently work underneath? And also you can't talk about Charlie Skipper without talking about Caleb Ballard. Man, Caleb Ballard is a top 5 tight end in the recruiting class of 2028, and I cannot wait to see how he is. I'm really interested to see if how they match him up. Will Wetumpka go split him out wide a couple times? Will they bring him as a down lineman? I'm really interested to see how they use Caleb in tonight's game, especially with his rising star status. He's a star already.
Yeah, absolutely. You talk about Caleb Ballard. That's a guy who's a highly touted recruit in that class of 2028, entering his junior season. And thought they might be making an announcement here about the weather. And if you take a look here, if you're watching on YouTube and Facebook, it's some overcast skies here tonight, and threat of rain is on the way. But something Coach Wood preaches to his guys is champions don't care about the weather, and see if that remains true here tonight. And as we keep talking about this offense, now looking at the running back room, it's a really talented group, and you've got a lot of guys who are returning from last season. Jordan Hill obviously had a couple of games where he wasn't at full strength, but is ready to go for this season. Carson Tate going to earn some snaps there as well, and Jordan Smoke, a really talented running back room. And you talk about that, 98% of those rushing yards are returning, and can't talk about that rushing game without talking about the dual threat that is Charlie Skipper.
Yeah, you talk about Jordan Hill. Last season, he was a really productive running back for the Indians. He finished he had a lot of rushing yards last year. You can talk about Deion Floyd also. You got to remember Deion Floyd. He ranked 3rd in the state in total return yards. So I cannot wait to see him return kickoffs and punts tonight for the Indians. I hope it's a lot of punts too. But he's also an out wide threat for the Indians.
Yeah, definitely a guy that kind of reminds me of Deebo Samuel, a really quick guy, a lot of gadget-type plays you can run when you have a speedster like Deion on your team. Now, looking at the other side of the ball, looking at this defensive front, obviously we talk about the box. All 7 guys in the box are going to be making their starts here for the first time, or at least had rotational snaps in there in the past year. What do you want to see from this Indians defense out on the field tonight?
I want to see heavy pressure starting off on the line in the trenches. The game starts in the trenches and ends in the trenches. You got to win that O-line, D-line battle. If the Indians can win the battle in the trenches, I see it being very successful for that defense tonight. I'm really interested to see who they put at quarterback for Andalusia. It's also, they have 2 quarterbacks listed on the roster. Braden Ware, who's a quarterback and a strong safety, listed on the roster. And also Zay Leslie, who's a sophomore. So I don't think none of these guys took reps last year, and they have took some reps in some some games they played in later in the year. I'm really interested to see who's starting at quarterback. Is it Ware or is it Leslie?
Yeah, and as we get ready here for kickoff on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network, your keys to the game presented by RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty. Gregory, what you got for us?
Hey, my top 5 keys to the game. I'm going to say 5. It's 3 keys to the game, but I got 5. Skipper versus Andalusia's coverage plan. Does Andalusia pressure the returning starting quarterback or make him patiently work underneath? Also, we talked about Ballard earlier. Who gets the assignment when Wetumpka moves him around? Are they going to move corners or safeties around him to be his top primary defender? We talked about it. We talked about the offensive side of the ball. Wetumpka O-line led by Ryan Mann at the center position. We talked to him on Tuesday night. He is a dedicated, hard-working young man who has moved from tackle to center this season. I cannot wait to see how he does. Protection and first down, rushing success can dictate this game today. Hill in the run game, he's a credible run threat that makes passing game harder to defend. And also, that's that Wetumpka front 7. The experienced secondary can help, but new starters up front have to settle in quickly or it can get ugly.
Yeah, absolutely. And looks like this Indian squad is about ready to run out of the tunnel. But before we get there, we've got our captains here tonight. Obviously, Charlie Skipper going to be one of those captains. Caleb Ballard alongside him. Cameron Dixon on the defensive line, is senior here, and heard Coach Morton talk about him in that pregame show just a little bit. And then our last one, Brian Boswell, another senior, getting some snaps here at the offensive line. He'll be playing that left guard position. Now it is time for your starting lineups presented by First Community Bank. Gregory, who we got on offense here tonight?
Starting quarterback is Charlie Skipper. Halfback will be Carson Tate and Jordan Hill running in the backfield. Out wide for the Indians will be Deion Floyd, Patrick Davis, and Caleb Ballard, who will also be in that tight end position for the Indians. listed at tight end, projected starter is Jaden Thornton, number 47. Here's your lineman tonight. Cortland Norman at left tackle. Left guard will be Brian Boswell. The center is Ryan Mann. Right guard is Michael Ross. And Jake Harden at right tackle for the Indians.
Then on the defensive side of the ball, Zion Robinson, Caden Carlisle are going to be your defensive ends. Cameron Kane Dixon, Jordan Bracey, and Jabori Davis all earning rotational spots here at the defensive tackle. Linebackers are Cooper Wilson, Xavier Morris. Starting at the bandit spot, Christian Wilkes, guy who played some running back, some fullback last season for the Indians. Excited to see what he's got on the defensive side of the ball. They call him Speedy. We'll see if he lives up to that name. Cornerback Jordan Gray, Jeremiah Sears, and Emerson Pauk. And then special teams, Cyrus Bullock going to be handling the kicking duties here for the Indians tonight. Charlie Skipper, your holder, and your long snapper, Jake Harden. It's about time here for the coin toss on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network. Before we get there, here we go.
From Radio Alabama Sports, Wetumpka Football is on the air. This is the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network. Wetumpka Football is presented by Collier Ford. Come on to Collier Ford. Proudly serving the River region for nearly 75 years. RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty and RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty Plus. Kathy Thornton, Chad Barrett, and Beverly Wright are your River region real estate experts. Central Alabama Community College. Central to you, central to your success. And the Shops at East Chase, the River region's premier shopping and dining destination. Now, alongside Austin Elliot and Gregory Kirby, here's the voice of the Indians, Mitch Petrie.
And we are just waiting for the captains to meet at midfield, and they'll start their journey out there right now. We'll shut up here in the broadcast booth. Let Austin Elliott follow the white hat out there. We'll see who wins this coin toss. Take a listen in live on the coin toss, and then afterwards, time for kickoff presented by First Community Bank.
Number 92. Introduce yourselves. Representing your Andalusia Bulldogs, number 11, Jamarian McIntosh. And number 0, Calvin Woods.
All right, guys. How y'all doing?
Good. Are this your seniors?
All right, guys. Mr. Price, Mr. Breeding will be your referee umpire tonight. You guys are the leaders of the team. Congrats for getting to the first game. I know you guys are ready to hit, ready to have fun. We need y'all's help out there leadership-wise. If you got a player, teammate out of control, help us with that, please. All right? If you got a question, come to us. We want to talk to you guys, all right? We don't want to talk to everyone else. Y'all have any questions for us? All right. So, Wetumpka, you're the visiting team. Got a special coin for the 250th. So, 250 is heads. That's tails. The Eagles' heads. That's heads. That's tails, all right? So, I'm going to flip it, let it hit the ground. What would you like? Heads. You call it head. That's the 250. Okay, it is 250. You want to toss? You want to defer? Yes, sir. All right, stay put.
Wetumpka won the toss. We'll defer.
You guys are going to want the ball. You guys are going to want to kick from the clock. So Wetumpka come to this side. Andalusia goes that side.
Well, that's your coin toss there. Indians won the toss and elect to defer. They will be kicking first, moving from left to right across your screen if you're watching on YouTube and Facebook. Just a couple of minutes away from kickoff here on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network. Before we get there, Austin Elliott is down on the sideline. Austin, tell us what the vibe is like down there right now.
Guys, feel the energy down here, man. It's awesome. Yeah, good sign to win the opening coin toss. Charlie Skipper with the decision. Bear Woods opts to defer. So we'll see what this takes the Indians going into the first quarter.
Thank you, Austin. Appreciate your reporting as always. And now here we go. Indians about to run out of this tunnel. A beautiful banner painted by the cheer and dance team. Fridays are for the tribe.
Wide out Andy.
Well, we got the white uniforms, and here you can hear the Pride of the Tribe band, and here come the Indians. They are wearing their brand new helmets. The headdresses make a return, and we are fired up about that. They've got white jerseys with black pants, black numbers adorned in gold trim. On the other side, the Andalusia Bulldogs come out with white helmets and white pants, red jerseys with white numbers, and Andalusia across the front of those jerseys.
Man, these guys are excited. They're hyped up to be here in Andalusia on this Friday night here on High School Football Alabama Friday night, man. Look, these kids wait all week for this game. They wake up waiting for this game. They are ready. They've been ready since 7 o'clock this morning to play this game tonight.
Oh, they absolutely have, and we'll see what this new year for the Indians bring in just a couple of moments. Your first quarter action presented by Marion Community Bank.
The first quarter is brought to you by Marion Community Bank. Marion Community Bank, committed to you. Now, back to the action.
First quarter action presented by Marion Community Bank, and opening kickoff presented by First Community Bank. Cyrus Bullock will put the ball on the tee here. He'll be the man to set off this season for the black and gold. The Indians, over the course of the years under the Coach Woods era, they've been a fan of that pooch kick. We'll see if they elect to go with that kind of pooch sky kick, see what this Andalusia team has studied on film. I know the Indians like to
see this from the right hash mark also. I didn't really see a lot of this in high school growing up and playing from the right hash mark. But we're here. It's high school football in Alabama.
Bullock runs up and toe meets leather. A little bit of a spinning pooch kick. Takes a nice hop in the air. That ball is going to be fielded by number 4, heading out towards the far sideline. That was JT Richardson, the man who fielded it, and he will get tackled right at about the 30-yard line. And first down and 10 here for the Bulldogs as we get ready to get this thing going.
Like we talked about in the pregame, this defense, this front seven, really interested to see how this front seven looks right here, starting the game off.
See Emerson Pauk hanging back there, free safety, and one of the leaders of this Indians defense, like Coach Morton mentioned in that pregame show. We're going to start at quarterback. It is Braden Ware, the junior for the Andalusia Bulldogs, and starts out wide. Looks like they might be taking a direct snap here. It will go to Zay Leslie, and the ball is in through his hands. He falls back, coming in hot, trying to chase him down. It was Caden Carlisle, and Indians do not get the ball. The Bulldogs fall on it, but that'll be a huge loss of what I would say is about 14 yards here, and that's a good way to start here for the black and gold and Coach Marvin Morton's defense.
Great heads-up play by Caden Carlisle to be aware of the high snap and get on the quarterback as soon as possible.
You can't ask for a much better start than that, except maybe falling on top of that football. Back in the shotgun, I misspoke earlier. It will be Zay Leslie taking the snap right here, and a quick screen pass out to the far sideline and making one-man miss before getting tackled right at about the 32-yard line. I believe that was number 8, Tyler Ward.
Tyler did a great job there by containing him on the inside, not letting him get on that outside and let his defenders gang tackle that receiver.
Pride of the Tribe sounds fantastic as always. And now brings up third down here in about 12 yards. A big third down. You'd love to see this Indians defense force a 3-and-out on the first possession of the game. Ball right at about the 28-yard line, and the snap is a play-action pass and brought down immediately. Zion Robinson finds a hole. Indians defense is fired up. These fans are fired up, and the black and gold forces a 3-and-out to open things up here on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
He did a great job from the edge side, getting it to the quarterback quickly as possible and sacking him for about 7 yards. Great job by Zion there to get him to start this game off on the right mount.
Guys, opening drive of the season for the Indians on defense. What a statement. What a statement.
Absolutely. The punt is a low runner and takes a sky bounce And rolling before it is fallen on top of by the Andalusia Bulldogs at the 42-yard line. Indians have some pretty decent field position to open things up. Deion Floyd not able to show off the speed on that one.
Yeah, that looked like that was purposely done there, do the line drive so he can't get high in the air and be able to take a really good first step off and take it to the house potentially.
Now here comes this Indians offense. It'll be Carson Tate in the backfield and Charlie Skipper alongside him. Tate to the left of Skipper and a split set. Two wide receivers on the near side, two on the far side. Skipper in the shotgun. And Tate motions out to the right, and an immediate flag blown before Skipper gets pulled down by the neck. That's a horse collar, and the whistle was blown way before that. That'll be at least 15 for the Indians, I would imagine. I think it was a false start. I think Caleb Ballard jumped the line there a little bit early. But we'll wait to see what the white hat shows us.
It should give us a first down. It's 5 yards back, but it's a 15-yard horse collar or unnecessary roughness. That's 15 yards. It's first down for the Indians. Should be.
Now, whatever you want to call it, that was a rough way to start there for the Bulldogs defense, and officials now meeting, trying to figure out the logistics of this and waiting for the white hat. He will be facing the home sideline, so it might be a little difficult for us to see what these signals are right off the bat.
Yeah, it looks like they're conversating right now, the white hat, trying to figure out what they're going to make the call and where going to be the down and distance where they put the ball at.
Okay, so it was offsides on the defense. Yep, so both flags go against the Bulldogs there. So not only was it offsides, but it was also unnecessary roughness after the play, and that one was easy to spot from a mile away.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to still figure out where the ball is going to be spotted at here. They should be moving the chains. Should be a first down, 15 yards gain at least, maybe 20.
Yeah, guys, one official snap into the season for the Indians offense. Already lots of them as they march down the field. Great sign for the offense.
Yeah, that will be a 20-yard gain by way of penalty before the Indians even have a chance to run a play. Now in the Bulldogs territory with the ball spotted at the Bulldogs 38-yard line.
Yeah, let's see how they match up now. They gave them a good first look that first time. Looks like they're going to run the same formation here.
Yep, same formation. It's a split set. Two receivers to the near side, two to the far side. Skipper back in the shotgun. Carson Tate on the left. They'll motion him out to the side, and Skipper immediately fakes the handoff, and he was almost brought down in the backfield there by a Bulldogs defender before shedding one tackle and then inevitably was tackled. But you see another flag come out and be interested to see what the call is this time.
Looks like it's going to be a face mask there. It looks like the D lineman got into his face. Let's see what the call is. Seems like it is face mask, so it is going to move the chains again for the Indians. But that was the same exact play back-to-back.
Yeah, it absolutely was, and you can kind of see the way the line got blown up there. I think the Bulldogs were ready and expecting it, and that will give the Indians about it will be 1st and 5 again. It's a spot foul there. Now you've got trips to the wide side of the field. That would be the far side. Tate lined up to the left of Skipper, and in ISO coverage, Caleb Ballard here on the near side. The safety, number 34, drops back for the Bulldogs. It was Roe Thorne going deep. Skipper wants it all, and it fires into the hand of Trendon Marshall there to pick it off. Skipper underthrew Ballard a little bit. I don't know if he was expecting him to cut back inside, but a sloppy first drive here for both teams. You got a 3 and out, a bunch of penalties, and Indians not able to capitalize on it.
Yeah, Mitch, Charlie a little trigger happy there on the first pass of the season. Obviously, Caleb Ballard a big target. That connection has opted well for the Indians, but first pass of the season, get the jitters out of the way. Look for him to make the adjustment next drive.
Yeah, it looks like Charlie takes a snap here, and then he just throws it to Ballard, and it was underthrown. He looks like they're trying to get that one-on-one coverage there, but the DB was in zone coverage already.
Bulldogs back on the field now. It's 1st down and 10 for them with the ball spotted right at about the 8-yard line. They're going to have a long way to go, but flags fly immediately before the before the play can start. I believe that's going to be a false start on the Bulldogs. And, man, this is not something I think either one of us expected to see. I mean, Coach Taylor's been around the game for quite a long time and just expected to see maybe a little bit more discipline here from the Bulldogs. They're kind of beating themselves right now.
Yeah, they are. You know, they had the high snap and the sack in that first drive for them. Now they're back up to their own end zone here on the 4-yard line, which is a great opportunity for Wetumpka to get some good field position.
You absolutely can. Saw the defense come out firing on all cylinders back in that first drive. Look to see that continue here. Zay Leslie takes the snap. This time it will be a handoff to Barry, who is met immediately at the line of scrimmage, and he might fall forward for about a yard or two there, but that'll bring up second and about 12.
Great job by the defensive front line there to get into the backfield and only prevent maybe 1 or 2 yards on that carry.
Yeah, Mitch and Gregory, we talked pregame show about this new front seven, this new look defense for the Indians. What a start. What a start for these young guys, man, getting their opportunity here early and making the most of it. Just swallowing the backfield of Andalusia right now.
They absolutely are. The front seven making a big push, winning that battle in the trenches. Gregory, like you mentioned, you hope to see them do. A lot of motion for this Bulldogs offense, and they move the tight end across the field. That's Farley Brannon. Handoff to Barry. He's got a hole this time before he is met by Cooper Wilson, Emerson Pauk, and about 4 other Indians. Half the squad met him right there. He falls forward for a couple of yards, but I still think that's going to be a 3rd and long situation here. 3rd and about 8, it looks like.
What about 9? It's 3rd and 9 here, but great job by the defense there again. Only got 4 yards on that carry for the running back. I'm interested to see what they do now. It's 3rd and long. Looks like they'll bring pressure again. Worked last time.
Indians playing a disciplined assignment football. 3rd and long here. 2nd drive of the game for Andalusia. Maybe looking to bust it open right here. Let's see what they do.
Watch out wide. Well, Jeremiah, correct me, I'm wrong. Deion Floyd out there. Let's see if they throw Deion's way.
Floyd getting a couple of snaps here at cornerback. They are loaded to the left side. The short side of the field are the Andalusia Bulldogs. Play clock is starting to wind down a little bit, but they've got plenty of time, about 15 seconds left to go. They'll bring Ware across, and now an even formation. Handoff to Barry right off the middle. He sheds 1 tackle before Zion Robinson and 6 other Indians come again. You talk about Coach Morton's defense. That's something he preaches. He wants to see 3 hats, 4 hats to the ball at least every time. You've seen that so far tonight. They stop him well short of the line to gain there, about 4th and 6, and the punt team will be forced to come back out here for the Bulldogs. Deion Floyd stands ready to return this one right at about the 38-yard line.
And Marissa, they do another low line drive kick. Now it looks like Wetumpka's going to bring back 2 punt returners here.
Yeah, Jordan Hill will join Deion Floyd back there and maybe trying to capitalize on the field position already. You saw them have first field position in the punt. This time it's a much better punt. Floyd has to retreat to get it and takes it off the bounce, trying to shed 1 tackle, and he does. Floyd cuts up field, and he's got a little bit of space. About a 20-yard return there for Deion Floyd will set up the Indians right at about the Bulldogs' 38-yard line.
Great job by Deion there. Played it on the hop and was able to beat 1 and 2 tacklers to get into Indian territory.
Yeah, guys, we knew the Indians were going to try to utilize special teams just going into this season. A 2-man return game right there, obviously paying dividends with 2 athletes in Floyd and Hill.
Indians offense returns back to the field here. Skipper back in the shotgun, and you've got a little bit of a split formation here. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Tate in the backfield again, and Skipper with the hard count gets a man to jump off sides. It was number 55, Jaden Jackson, the defensive lineman on the near side edge, who just got caught sleeping.
It looks like Andalusia is playing very undisciplined football right now at this moment. They've had, I think, 5 penalties so far in the game, and it's only 6 minutes and 51 seconds to go in the first quarter. We're only halfway through the first quarter yet, and they already got 5 penalties, and it's cost them.
Skipper in the pistol this time. He'll take the snap, and he'll give it right up the middle to Carson Tate. Tate sheds 1 tackle and gets about halfway there to the line to gain. He might have just gotten it. We'll see where they spot him. They spot him just short there, so it'll be 2nd and about 1 here for the black and gold. Now with the ball at the Bulldogs' 27-yard line, and a couple more yards, and you should be well within the range here of the Indians kickers, Cyrus Bullock, Alex Smeeland, or Wesley Pinkard. We'll see who they decide to trot out. Skipper back in the shotgun trying to get the hard count, and he does. Another man jumps offside. Trendon Marshall this time looking for the corner blitz. He came out of that nickel position, tried to come and take a free shot at Skipper, but the hard count gets him right away. Indians keep drawing him off sides. That'll move the sticks for another Collier Ford first down for the Indians.
Yeah, another mistake done by the Bulldogs defense. That's their 6th penalty of the game. 4 on defense so far for the Bulldogs.
1st and 5. Skipper back in the pistol formation, coming across the motion is Thornton, and a fake handoff, and Skipper takes it himself. Skipper's got some room. Skipper to the 5, diving for the end zone, and he'll fall just short there, right at about the 2-yard line. Indians in the red zone here on their 2nd drive of the game. First drive, an interception on the first pass thrown at the game. They've kept it on the ground here on this 2nd drive, and it's worked out well for the black and gold.
Yeah, Skipper reads that D in on the right side and was able to get a good first down yard, and now it'll be 1st and goal now for the Indians.
1st and goal here for the good guys looking to draw first blood in this Marion Community Bank first quarter. Skipper not even on the field right here. It'll be a direct snap to Carson Tate. Bowling ball up the middle. Touchdown, Indians.
Great play there by Carson Tate. Direct snap. Great call by offensive coordinator David Monroe. And as we took a touchdown.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Great scheme right there on that drive. Gain some confidence, get the bigger back Floyd to get downhill, get some yardage, and then just capitalize with a touchdown. Great answer by the Indians right there.
With 6 minutes and 33 seconds to go here in this first quarter, Indians draw first blood, and heading out for the extra point, it is Wesley Pinkard. We'll see his first kickoff first point after attempt in his career. The sophomore earns the chance now. A good snap, good hold. It is up, but just a little bit low. A line drive, and not what you're looking for there. But the Indians draw first blood, 6-0. They lead it here about halfway through this first quarter on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
Yeah, great drive by the Indians. Started off with those 2 penalties by the Andalusia Bulldogs. Got them to jump off sides more. We started in good field position at the 38-yard line and was able to get on 4 plays to get a touchdown.
Guys, you got to imagine Coach Bear Woods, after a big opening score like that, to jump ahead. This Indians offense had some question marks going into the season. What would it look like? Just a lot of unknowns. And to see the run game established, we know what the passing game's capable of, but to see the run game established like that and dominate is a great sign for the Indians. Cyrus
Bullock will head out there and kick this one off once everybody gets set on the field, waiting on the Bulldogs. They're in their huddle right now. 6 minutes and 7 seconds left here, and I believe that was a timeout called by the Andalusia Bulldogs. So as they take a timeout, we'll take one of our own. We'll be right back on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
Your future can start right here at Central Alabama Community College. Whether you're preparing for a career, earning a degree, learning a skilled trade, or planning to transfer to a 4-year university, Central Alabama Community College can help you take the next step. With affordable tuition, convenient locations, and programs designed for today's workforce, there's a path waiting for you. Learn more and get started today at cacc.edu. Central Alabama Community College. Central to you, central to your success.
Indians with a 6-0 lead here, 6 minutes and 3 seconds left to go here in this first quarter. Indians draw first blood and about to kick it back to the Andalusia Bulldogs. And apologies there, that was actually not a timeout. Hydration break here. It is middle of August in Alabama, so it is pretty toasty out here, but cloud cover a couple of hours before the game has seen it cool off nicely, but you know this Indians team isn't thinking about it. Bullock starts his run up, and it's a pooch kick to the near side, and it is caught, and immediately falling down is Tyler Ward there, and not wanting to take any chances. You had a couple of guys coming straight at him. Caleb Ballard, Patrick Davis headhunting right there, looking to lay the wood, but he'll smartly fall to the ground and not put anything in harm's way.
2 straight 3-and-outs now for the Bulldogs since they started the game. this defense right here is going to, let's see how they do. They give them a little bit better field position on this drive. See how this defense in this front seven does again. I have not seen a pass past the line of scrimmage yet.
They have only thrown one pass. It was that screen pass over there on the far side to Tyler Ward, the man who just fell on that kickoff. Bulldogs will have the ball here at their own 33-yard line, and a little bit ways to go here if they're looking to knot this one up. Officials here waiting to blow this into play. I believe the white hat went over there to go talk to the Andalusia sideline there for just a couple of moments. And so far been impressed with this Indians defense. Gregory, you mentioned a couple of 3-and-outs, and a big help with that has been the pressure from this front four for the Indians.
Zion Robinson has been great so far on this D-line out there on the edge.
A snap and a fake handoff rolling out to the right. Clark is trying to get there, but the pass is complete to Braden Ware, who takes it for a nice gain of about 15. They'll have the ball at the 45-yard line, and staring right in the face of Robinson there, was the quarterback, Zay Leslie, and that's a tough throw to make there when you are looking at a guy that's about 205 pounds barreling straight down on you.
Yeah, Robinson was able to get off the line real quickly and make him throw a quick pass. And it ended up with the first down and 10 for the Bulldogs.
A little bit of a wing T formation, and it's a handoff right up the middle to M.J. Berry, and met immediately by Jordan Bracey. He's a guy who had some rotational snaps last year. He got the win off the line there and meets Berry right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10 coming up.
Jordan Bracey comes for this line here at the nose tackle position and is able to stop him right as he gets to. He doesn't even get out of the backfield.
That was a nice play there from this Indians front seven. You talk about winning the trenches. They seem to be doing that right now, but a lot of football left to go. Again, kind of in this wing T formation, a fake handoff before rolling out and trying to throw across his body. And I'm not sure whether that was a fumble or an incomplete pass, and they will rule it an incomplete pass, and I think that's the right call. It was batted right away by the man coming off the edge, and it was Zion Robinson yet again.
Yeah, look at right here, Zion again. He is able to get to Leslie and is able to bat that ball. Great job by Zion. He is a force in the backfield early on in this game.
And that will bring up, I believe, 3rd and 10. They have not changed the sticks yet. They have it as marked as 2nd down, but I'm pretty sure it is 3rd down if I passed preschool. Yeah, they just changed the sticks. 2 men go in motion across the formation on the far side of the field. They are stacked in that direction. It's a handoff to Berry again. This time he does find an opening, but still tackled short of the line to gain. It'll be about 4th and 2. But I think this Bulldogs offense might stay on the field, kind of in no man's land here, right about the Indians' 45, 46-yard line. And they'll have about 3 yards to go, making a couple of substitutions, but I think the Bulldogs are going to keep their offense out on the field.
Wonder if they'll try to do a hard count right here, try to get the Indians to jump off sides. The Indians also will bring some new guys on the field to give some of the guys some rest. Ballard was out there on that last possession. And it looks like we got a timeout called by the Indians.
Yeah, they did. Indians did call a timeout there. I think Coach Morton wants to talk it over with his guys. A big 4th down here, especially in terms of momentum. The Bulldogs haven't been able to get much going on offense. We'll keep it here during this timeout. Austin, tell us what you're seeing down on the sideline right now.
Here on the Wetumpka sideline, just energetic. Obviously, the defense firing off on all cylinders. A really crucial play right here coming up. Interested to see how Andalusia answers right here. Really going to M.J. Berry a lot. They're a bigger athlete. So good test for the Indians defense to stand tall right here and get a stop.
Yeah, no, they did end up running the play on that last one. The Bulldogs did not hear the whistle there from the white hat, and so it was a direct snap to Berry right up the middle.
Yeah, M.J. Berry, they had him in a direct snap formation, old wildcat formation. It's like they will have again right here. Looks like they'll go back to the left side again.
And ball spotted right at about the Indians' 47-yard line. Line to gain is the 49. 4th and 2, and a big one. It's a direct snap to Barry again, and he's got it. First down for the Bulldogs.
There is a flag.
Before a flag comes out, we'll see what it's thrown for. Not sure who that goes against. It was the near side official right at that first down marker who dropped the flag.
Sideline warning, potentially?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, sideline warning against the Indians. And I saw that. I think there's a couple of coaches a little bit too close to the field right there. It's a first down for the Andalusia Bulldogs. They'll have it right at about the Indians' 42. And starting to see their offense come together just a little bit now.
Sideline warning for the coaches. You know, it's the coaches' first game of the season. They're hyped up, ready for this year. You got to calm down just a little bit. Got to remember the replacements.
Again, stacking on the far side of the field, trying to draw the Indians offside is Zay Leslie. He goes with the hard count, but nobody jumps. Good discipline from the black and gold. Looks over to the sideline and still looking over there. Maybe looking for some audibles. He fumbles the snap a little bit, but a good job by him to stick with it. The handoff was a miscommunication there with Barry. It was supposed to be a handoff off the middle, or up the middle, and he stuck with it. He likes to run it himself and picks up about 4 yards, about 6 yards, 2nd and 4 coming up.
Yeah, hands off to Barry. Actually, he hands off. He keeps it right there, and it looks like there was some miscommunication on the handoff.
A lot of pistol formations here for this Andalusia Bulldogs offense, and back in the pistol yet again. Leslie again goes with the hard count. Indians stay right where they are.
That's one thing about this look, Wetumpka defense, relentless and tough, energetic as well. So them being on the field for a while right here on this drive is nothing to be afraid of. They're looking to stand up right here.
Handoff up the middle to Barry. He's met right at the line, keeps the legs driving, and maybe good for a gain of about a yard or two. It will still bring up 3rd down and about 2 yards for the Bulldogs.
Cooper Wilson played really good right there. Was able to read the zone and where they was going, was able to make that tackle and only prevent a couple yards to make it 3rd down and short.
Bulldogs here looking over at the sideline. The play clock is showing 0 right now. And not sure if there's a malfunction with the clock or what the issue with that is, but in no hurry right now are the Andalusia Bulldogs. Again, another strong formation here on this left side and trying to get the handoff. Barry makes a cut, makes one man miss, keeps the legs driving, and falls forward. Picks up about another 5 after he was met there. Took a couple of guys with him. Another first down here for the Bulldogs, who are continuing their methodical march down the field.
He did give it off to MJ Barry again right there. A little counter action to the right side, and it was just open field tackles done by the Indians defense.
Yeah, Barry's a big guy, about 6'2", probably, if I had to guess, close to about 220 pounds. He's a lot of man. It takes a couple to bring him down sometimes. You saw it there.
Guys, Andalusia receiving a sideline warning as well.
Appreciate that, Austin. We did miss that, so both teams now under a sideline warning.
Probably will run again right here.
A tight end lined up right on the line of scrimmage. Tight formation, 2 receivers to the left side. Barry takes the handoff, bounces it to the left, and he's met immediately at the line of scrimmage. Indians won the battle in the trenches that time, and it'll keep the Bulldogs right where they are, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Jordan Bracey lined up right there between the center and the right guard and was able to cut through quickly and be able to get that tackle.
2nd down and 10 here as the Bulldogs still look over to their sideline. Really taking their time to march down the field here. They've eaten a couple of minutes of clock time. Another motion here, double motion for the Bulldogs. A high snap before Leslie is able to recover with it, and he'll take it himself. Goes to the far side of the field. He'll pick up about 3 or 4 yards, and that'll bring up 3rd down here and medium for the Bulldogs. Good job by him to stick with that high snap. We saw them lose it on the first play of the game.
Yeah, Xavier Morris played that play correctly, but he just got blocked out of that and was able for man to get a couple yards. on that. Leslie.
Guys, hats off to the extra layer in the second of this Indians defense. They've really secured the edge. They're not really allowing much on the edge, trying to plug the gaps right here.
Motion back to the inside, and strong side to the left, and rolling to the left is Leslie, getting chased down by Robinson, and he'll bring him down. A huge play on third down. He sacked him for a loss of about 10 yards, and that will make it a difficult field goal for the Andalusia Bulldogs. We'll see what they elect to do here. That'll be about a 45, 50-yard field goal.
Zion was able to beat the block by Barry and was able to sack Leslie in the backfield. Fourth down and about, let's say, 20 now? I think they'll have to go for it.
4th and 20, and I believe that will be the end of the first quarter. So we'll see what the Bulldogs elect to do, kind of get a pseudo timeout here by the quarter, taking a break. Second quarter action coming your way next on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
Please state the reason for your call.
Apply for a food truck loan.
Great. I heard Rude Duck Zone. Is that correct?
Food truck loan.
Great. I heard Wood Chuck Swarm. Is that correct?
Why do I put up with this?
I heard Nurple Ports Fish.
Okay.
Don't let big banks make you feel small. Bank where your money makes a difference. Marion Community Bank. Personal service committed to you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Every great hairstyle starts with listening. At the Gab Salon, the experienced team takes time to create a look that's right for you. From everyday cuts and color to balayage, formal styling, and waxing services, they offer beauty services for the whole family. Visit the Gab Salon at 102A South Main Street in Wetumpka or call 334-567-5344. Proud to support our Wetumpka Indians.
The second quarter is brought to you by RA Digital. Digital marketing, built for you, built for growth. Online at radigital.media. Now, back to the action.
Bulldogs, looks like they are keeping their offense out on the field. And we'll elect to go for it here on this 4th and 20. Empty backfield and just chucking it up deep and trying to make a play on it, and that ball is well out of bounds. Deion Floyd, the man in coverage there, he had him boxed all the way through. Emerson Polk coming in to help over the top. A turnover on downs for the Bulldogs, and Indians will take over here right at about the 30-yard line.
Talk about the last drive for the Indians. We had a 4-play touchdown drive in the last drive. And I'm really interested to see what they do now. Charlie had a really good run, and then he had Tate in the backfield just tumbling and bumbling down.
Indians lead it 6-0 here at the beginning of this second quarter. 11 minutes and 52 seconds here to go in this second quarter. Skipper takes a snap and handoff to Jordan Smoke. First time he's seen some action here tonight, and goes up the middle here for about 6 yards. So that'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Great run by Smoke. He hit the hole hard and was able to get about 5 or 4 yards there.
Well, we're welcome in everybody on the Aggie Sports Network, presented by Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union. They're in a lightning delay over there, so they're going to hear what's going on down in Andalusia. It's Skipper in the shotgun with 2 receivers to the near side. A screen pass over to Deion Floyd, and it was not able to connect with it. Immediately coming off the ball was J.T. Richardson and met Deion Floyd right as the ball got to his hands right there. And that's one that they blew as an incompletion, and I think the right call, but always a little scary when you see those screen passes that could be considered a lateral.
Yeah, it just went right through Deion's hands there. He wasn't able to get it into his hands. Also, it was a cross on the other side of the hash mark to the other side of the field. That could have done some to it also.
3rd and about 6 here for the Indians. It's Smoke in the backfield and trips to the near side of the field. Skipper takes a snap and immediately rolls out to his left, throwing across his body. Caleb Ballard right off his hands and wrapped up immediately was J.T. Richardson. And a 3-and-out here for the Indians, and a tough break after getting that turnover on downs, but they still lead it 6-0 here on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
Bulldogs were in zone coverage there, and Ballard was able to get a hand on it. It was just not a great throw from Skipper there. Let's see him make some adjustments there and, get that to Ballard's hand. Yeah, you got a deep threat right there.
And worth noting here for the Indians this season, Charlie Skipper also serving as the punter. The triple threat reminds me of Danny White. High snap to Skipper, and he'll step into this one, and it looks like it might have been blocked right at the line and kind of goes right out of bounds. Not the best punt from Skipper there, but earning his first couple of snaps there at the punter position. And a little backstory on Danny White for anybody that may be unfamiliar with him. The Dallas Cowboys quarterback back in the 80s, right after Roger Staubach. And the thing about Danny White was he was obviously the quarterback. He could run, he could throw, but he was also the place kicker and the punter. That hence the name, the triple threat. Charlie Skipper, also the triple threat, just not the place kicker. He's got those legs, so he can run, he can pass, and he can punt.
You see a lot of that in high school, actually, especially in the lower levels, in the last Class 1A, Class 2As.
You absolutely do. It's the Indians back out on the field here. The defense, Bulldogs take over in Indians territory right at about the 47-yard line. Strong formation again, and a handoff to Barry, who gets tackled right at the line of scrimmage, maybe falls forward for about a yard. It was Jordan Bracey who met him right there.
Really impressed with Jordan Bracey, explosive force off the line tonight. He has been in the backfield almost every single play.
Yeah, this front four, I guess kind of five, they're cycling in and out, bringing some extra pressure, and the Indians have really just dominated the trenches, especially on defense.
Yeah, guys, the Indians playing assignment sound football right here, being very disciplined. Going to force the Bulldogs to have to open it up at some point.
Two receivers to the far side and a man in motion coming across. That's Ware. Pistol formation as Leslie takes the snap, and it's a handoff up the middle to Barry again. Moving through some traffic, but he will keep those legs driving forward. He'll pick up a couple yards, and that'll bring up what is my favorite down and distance. 3rd and 5, pass or run. It's kind of a coach's nightmare. Short enough where you might be able to pick it up on the ground, but long enough where you might start thinking you might want to pass here.
Substitution coming in. You got Caleb Ballard coming in onto the defensive line for the Indians. Extra weight, extra strength.
Yeah, Coach Wood said you might see a little bit of Ballard at the defensive end position. Strong guy, big, able to get those arms up, maybe potentially knock down a pass. It's trips to the near side, a tight end on the far side, and a flag immediately, a false start. That's going to back the Bulldogs up, make it 3rd and 10.
Mitch, to answer your question right there, the Bulldogs showed their hand before that flag was thrown. Looked like it was going to be an RPO, maybe a slant route, utilizing the trips to the right. Obviously, this penalty backing them up is going to hinder that a little bit, so we'll see what they do now.
Yeah, we'll see what Coach Taylor dials up here, and now makes it a much tougher distance. 3rd and 5, definitely manageable, but now back to being 3rd and 10, and we'll see just how much the Bulldogs are trying to gamble here on this possession. 6-0, the Indians lead it with just about 8 minutes to go here in this second quarter. Strong formation to the left side, and Leslie takes a snap before giving it to Barry. Couple of guys wrapped up and holding on the entire way. It was Robinson again. He has been all over the field tonight. 4th down for the Bulldogs, and the punt team will be forced to come out.
I like Jeremiah Sears coming out there and making that tackle also with Zion. Great play by Jeremiah, the little guy, getting out there and making a big hit.
Floyd, the only man back. We saw Hill go out there with him on that last punt from the Bulldogs, but Floyd by himself standing right at about the 20-yard line, now backing it up to about the 15. Indians, maybe a little bit of confusion here on the lineup and kind of switching around. And the snap and the punt, a much better one this time, and the Bulldogs get the bounce there, and that's going to be a really good punt. It'll be down right at about the 3-yard line, and 97 yards the Indians will have to go when their offense comes back out onto the field.
Last drive for the Indians was not that great. See, it was 3 and out. Let's see what they change here.
As one thing I'm looking forward to this drive. The Indians, very, very three-dimensional offense, haven't really showed much of their hand yet. Looking to see if they utilize more of the playmakers on the outside. Caleb Ballard, obviously, Jordan Hill, other guys like that. See how they approach this drive.
Yeah, absolutely. We welcome in all of you listening on WSGN and the Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union Aggie Sports Network. Indians have the ball at the 3-yard line, up 6-0 on the Andalusia Bulldogs about halfway through this second quarter. Skipper standing in his own end zone, and it'll be a handoff immediately to Deion Floyd right up the middle, and Floyd keeps those legs marching and driving. He'll pick up about 2 yards, just trying to find some breathing room here for the black and gold.
Great job by Floyd to get it through that hole and be able to turn some yards up to get it out of the end zone as much as possible.
About 8 minutes left here in this second quarter. Good guys on top, 6-0. Indians still in the huddle here, and they'll break it now. 2 receivers to the wide side of the field, one on the far side, and Patrick Davis. Floyd still back there at running back before Thornton comes across the formation. And now to Skipper's right. It's a handoff to Floyd right up the middle, and he is met almost immediately. That'll be a gain of actually, it was a loss of 1 on the play, so that will bring up a tough 3rd and 9 here, staring down the goalposts of your own end zone, staring you down. And you think about just trying to get some breathing room here. You obviously would love to have the first down, but really just want to give this punter, Charlie Skipper, a little bit more breathing room. Again, we mentioned it's his first game as the punter, and few things are scarier than catching a punt at the back of your end zone. There's a lot of things that can go wrong. It'll be Jordan Smoke out there now at the running back position. Floyd on the far side alongside Ballard, and it'll be a read option there, and Skipper keeps it himself, fighting, and we'll see where they spot him, man. He was right at the line to gain, and I think they're going to spot him just a little bit short there.
I think they spot him around the 9.
Yeah, it's about 4th and 2, and Indians punt team will come out here.
Guys, impressive by Skipper to make a couple moves and get some leeway right there. The Bulldogs had their ears pinned back, obviously looking to capitalize on the Indians being backed up.
Yeah, we'll see what Skipper's got now. A couple of moves around the offense, or on the line of scrimmage there for this punt team. Skipper standing right at the D of the Andalusia end zone. A little bit of a high snap, and the Indians are going for it. Skipper takes it himself. He's running, trying to find the room, and he picks it up. A dangerous play call by the Indians, and Skipper does it all himself. I believe he picks up the first down. Wow. What a call.
What a call by the Indians to go for it in their own back of the end zone and able to get the first down. That's what you love to see for the good guys.
Wow. I am honestly astonished at that play call from Coach Monroe. He's trying to catch the Bulldogs napping, and he did. Charlie Skipper getting chased down the whole way, but able to make it to the corner and just barely picks up that first down by maybe a yard and a half. Skipper back in the pistol formation. It's Tate at running back. Skipper pulls it, and a strike across the middle to Patrick Davis. He catches it for a nice gain. And we're getting some extracurricular activities over here on the right side, and that was Cortland Norman, and I believe waiting for this player to turn here for the Bulldogs. It was Eddie Green, a little bit of a pushing and shoving match. And we'll see who this one goes against.
Don't want to mention that Patrick Davis that was a great slant throw by Charlie Skipper and great catch and run. Well, we'll see what happens here.
That was a great strike delivered by Skipper. He hit him in stride, and Davis able to get a couple of yards after the catch there. And the officials here conversing on what the call is. We'll take a listen here and see what the White Hat has to say.
Result of the play is a first down. After the play, you got personal foul, offense.
Yeah, that goes against Cortland Norman, and not exactly sure how that started. It was a bit of a shoving match and ended with Norman throwing him to the ground. So that will unfortunately negate what was a really great play by the Indians. Would have had the ball right at about the 40-yard line. Now they are back to their own about 21-yard line. So a tough break there for the Indians. And really, I think that might be the first or the second penalty that's gone against the Indians. And I think Coach Wood's going to call a timeout here.
Official timeout for Heat timeout.
Yeah, Coach Wood just trying to settle his guys down. But Charlie Skipper, an experienced quarterback, a couple positive plays, and he gets in a rhythm despite the penalty. Looking to see if he can march down the field right here with 6 minutes left to go in the first half.
Yeah, and that's actually a Heat timeout. Apologies there, not another timeout. We'll get used to it eventually here.
I think those goes away like mid-September.
Something like that, but for the foreseeable future, we will have them.
Guys, I'll be honest, pretty perfect conditions out here. I think the Heat timeout was precautionary. It feels amazing. It's almost October weather out here.
It does. It's a great night for some football. Normally about this time of year, it's about 97 degrees with an 87% humidity or something like that. It feels like you walk outside and you just are in a steam room. Feels great out there tonight. It's 79 degrees. Skipper in the shotgun formation. And a little bit of a heavy set. 2 tight ends in for the Indians, and it's a handoff. And Tate bounces it outside, cuts back inside, and makes another man miss. Oh, my. Carson Tate putting on a little bit of the moves there, and he'll fight for an extra couple of yards. If he was tackled right away, that would have been a gain of about nothing, and instead picks up about 6, and that'll make it.
Carson Tate's been playing a little bit of college football, 27, hitting that joystick. He got the cut move to the juke, and then he also gets the spin move.
That'll make it about 2nd and 5 here for the Indians. Jordan Hill enters the game in at the backfield. And again, kind of going in this heavy set package, 2 tight ends for the Indians. Skipper with a handoff. Hill starts to the right and cuts it back to the middle. A good, solid run from him, and that will make it, I think, at about 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1.
Yeah, it'll be about 3rd and 2. Great inside zone play by the Indians, and the offensive line was able to get a good hole for him to run through.
Yeah, and good vision there from Hill as well. The run is designed to the right, immediately cuts it back to the left, able to pick up a couple extra yards out of it. 3rd and about 3 now. And Skipper back in the pistol formation. Tate checks into the game at running back. And it's a handoff up the middle. Tate trying to find some room. He's got the first down and more. Keeps those legs driving. And a nice, strong run from Carson Tate. We've seen that a couple of times now where he's just been able to drag guys with him.
Great run by Carson there. Was able to break off a tackle and keep on driving his legs to get the Wetumpka first down.
Guys, got to love the steady diet of pass and run game from the Indians right now. Utilizing the 3rd down and 3, the short yardage with just the burst up the middle with Tate.
Yeah, I would imagine they're going to keep feeding him the rock. And Skipper, another hard count that goes his way. Man, he's just like Aaron Rodgers. He's just, whenever he wants to get an offsides call, he gets it. I believe that's about the 3rd or 4th time he's been able to make the Bulldogs jump offsides. It gives the Indians a free 5.
He's been really good all night already with his hard counts. The 4th time we've seen him do that hard count, that hard snap.
Yeah, Skip does a good job of disguising that. You know, he elects for the hard count even on a 1-count play. So really well disguised by Skipper and able to get the Bulldogs to jump off sides there.
On the near side hash, 2 receivers to the far side. Skipper, handoff to Tate. Again, they just keep feeding him. Tate up the middle, and he keeps those legs driving. He's getting some help from his linemen now. And across midfield are the Indians as somebody's helmet came flying off. I think it was Tate. Yeah, it was, which means he'll have to leave the field for one play, unfortunately. But here, get a nice earned rest here, Carson Tate. Man, what a welcome to varsity football for him.
Great run by Carson. He gets hit the first time, and his offensive lineman just come down and push him and gets the first down for the Indians.
Guys, I don't know if you can feel it in the box. The Indian faithful over here starting to come alive, starting to really take over this drive right here.
Great traveling crowd, man.
Pretty packed out here on this home side, despite it being a 2-hour journey. And hearing some whistles here from the officials, and they're going to take a timeout. Will the Andalusia Bulldogs, as they take a timeout, we'll go ahead and take one of our own. We'll be right back on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
It's never too late to take the next step. The Central Alabama Community College Adult Learning Program helps adults 18 and older earn their GED or even a high school diploma. You can also prepare for the workforce with short-term certificates in medical billing and coding, medical assisting, pharmacy technician, or hospitality and culinary. Flexible classes fit your schedule, and your future starts today. Visit cacc.edu/adult education or call 256-378-2017. CACC Adult Learning Program. Discover you.
Welcome back to the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network. Indians lead it 6-0, looking to tack on a couple more here before halftime. They've got the ball right at midfield with just about 3 minutes and 27 seconds left to go here in half number 1. Make sure you stick around during halftime. We'll let you listen to the Pride of the Tribe. And then we'll be on the Shops at East Chase pregame show. Trips to the short side of the field. Skipper in the shotgun goes for the hard count there. And
looks like Dion moved quick. Just jumped her a little bit.
We do see the flag come out, and I think the Indians are backing up. Yes, just a little bit eager there was Dion Floyd. And Floyd not happy about that call. I didn't think it was an egregious false start, but the officials throw the flag. Indians come back out in that same formation. Leland Blaylock over on the far side all by himself. Trips on the near side with Jordan Smoke in at running back. A low snap to Skipper, but he fields it cleanly. Pressure coming to him now, and he bounces it out to the right side. He'll try to do it all himself. Makes one man miss before taking a hard hit. Good for a gain of about 5 or 6, and 2nd down and 12 coming up for the Indians.
Great run there by Skipper. Great block by Jordan Smoke there to get the blitz there that came in and allow Charlie to go to the outside. Made something out of nothing.
Yeah, and you see Charlie Skipper do that a lot. He's just one of those guys. He's hard to bring down. He's real elusive. He's fast. He's quick. He's agile, and really excels at those broken plays. Back in the shotgun here for the black and gold. Skipper with the running back to his right in Jordan Smoke. A deep drop and a throw across his body to Dion Floyd, who's got some space. Floyd trying to put on the jukes and not able to make that many miss, but he keeps those legs driving with some help from his teammates, and we see the flag come in real late there. Floyd probably drug everybody about 12 yards there, and Indians now inside the 30 pending this dirty laundry.
Yeah, it was a good backside screen to the left side. You know, Charlie was looking like he was going to throw right and throws left to Floyd and just churns his feet. Let's see what the flag is going to be.
Yeah, waiting on the white hat to make the call here. And I think they might get the Indians for pushing too much. Yeah, it looks like they're going to back up the black and gold. And that's the second time you've seen about a 20-yard play negated by a penalty.
It will be a 1st down.
Hey, Austin, what was that call? We couldn't hear it up here.
Runner, aiding the runner. So a bunch of pile up, and I guess they didn't hesitate to throw the flag on that. This must be a new thing coming up, but a great play by Charlie Skipper. Can't say enough about his athleticism right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Tate back in the game at running back. Indians on the near side hash. Shotgun formation with a tight end behind the right tackle. And handoff there to Carson Tate. Never mind. Skipper keeps it himself. Skipper, one man to beat, and he's tackled right at about the 10-yard line, but it's good enough to get the Indians into the red zone and give them a Collier Ford 1st down here with time ticking away in the second quarter.
It was a great read by Carson Skipper there to able to meet that and beat that line and get that all the way to the 10-yard line.
And now Indians, ball at the 10-yard line. It's goal to go here for the black and gold.
Guys, watch the play clock. Clock is ticking. About a minute here.
Play clock is ticking down. It's a handoff up the middle. Carson Tate bounces it outside. Tate keeps him driving. Tate in the end zone. Give him 2.
Great job there by Carson Tate to get through there and score a touchdown for the Indians. They lead now 12-0. with less than 2 minutes to go in the first half.
Carson Tate, 2 touchdowns and a whole lot of yards. We'll have stats for you at the Shops at East Chase halftime show. And wondering if the Indians will elect to kick this one or try to pick up the 2-point conversion and make it a clean 14. 12-0. They lead it right now, and it looks like the offense is going to stay out on the field. You can hear the Indians war chant coming alive. The crowd has traveled well, and we will get a timeout here from the Indians. We'll take a quick break. When we return, 2-point conversion coming your way for the good guys.
Your future can start right here at Central Alabama Community College. Whether you're preparing for a career, earning a degree, learning a skilled trade, or planning to transfer to a four-year university, Central Alabama Community College can help you take the next step. With affordable tuition, convenient locations, and programs designed for today's workforce, there's a path waiting for you. Learn more and get started today at cacc.edu. Central Alabama Community College. Central to you, central to your success.
Let RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty and RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty Plus help make your home buying or selling experience easy. Kathy Thornton, Chad Barrett, and Beverly Wright are your River Region real estate experts. RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty and RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty Plus, the official real estate partner of the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
2-point conversion time here for the Indians in the shotgun formation with 1 minute and 44 seconds left to go. Skipper takes it and looking for Davis in the end zone and trying to make the catch over the top of the defender right there. Never turned his body around. I thought there might be a flag that came out there, and it is not. But 12-0, the Indians lead it here with 1 minute and 44 seconds left to go. It's 2-minute drill time. Let's see what the Andalusia Bulldogs have got. It's kind of been a tale of 2 halves for the 2 quarters really for the Andalusia Bulldogs. You saw them come out in that first quarter offense, not able to find a rhythm, but then on the last couple of drives they've slowly started to kind of find their stride a little bit, and now with 1 minute and 44 seconds left to go, they're under a bit of a time crunch. We'll see how Coach Taylor elects to play this half.
Yeah, following that 2-point conversion there, it should have been a DPI on that.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. That was a bit of a missed call there. Yeah, defender never turned his head around on that one. Cyrus Bullock out there to kick us off here and give the ball back to the Bulldogs in a 2-minute drill situation. This is where you can find out a lot about what your team is made of, both for the Indians and the Bulldogs. It's a high-pressure scenario here for both teams, as the Indians also get the ball coming out of the half as they elect to defer. Bullock, and he'll kick this one about as hard as he can, and it's over the head. It's a loose ball right at about the 4-yard line, and he picks it up. It's number 12. A bunch of guys trying to get there, and he finds some space, but not much. It was number 12 on the play. That was Jerry Bessler, the sophomore wide receiver, who fielded it back there. He danced around, made a couple of guys miss, but the ball will be spotted right at about the 11-yard line. 89 yards to go, and just about 1.5 minutes for the Bulldogs, and they're going to have to dial up some deep shots here if they want to run all the way down the field.
Yeah, Bessler he's overshot it. And when he came up and just overshot it, like when you're playing baseball, you overshoot the fly ball, it goes right over your head. Haven't seen a lot of their passing attack in this half. We'll see how their 2-minute offense looks for the Bulldogs.
Again, back in this wing T-esque formation, and it's a handoff right up the middle to Barry, who finds a couple of yards, but still second and probably about 6. Andalusia does have 2 timeouts. The Indians have 1 themselves, so they do have a little bit of time. Those timeouts gives a lot of cushion here for the Bulldogs, but they haven't really shown a lot of efficiency in getting that play call in, and so we will see how much faster they are right about now. it's another handoff up the middle, and Barry makes a couple of guys miss. He's really started to find his stride. He will pick up the first down for the Bulldogs. It'll be spotted right at about the 25-yard line. A Collier Ford first down for Andalusia.
Yeah, great run there by MJ Barry to get through that defensive line and get that first down for the Bulldogs.
Trips to the wide side of the field. That's the near side over here, but the ball spotted on the far hash. Again, the pistol formation as they take the snap and looking to air it out. It's a deep ball. Jeremiah Sears in coverage, and he picks it. He juggled it, and he was down, but Sears fired up. This Indians crowd fired up, and Coach Bear Woods, the first man to greet him as he comes off the sideline.
Great job there by Jeremiah Sears. He was undersized against Tyler Ward, and he was able to get that overthrown pass, though, by Zay Leslie. He was able to get that. Great interception.
You hear the war chant coming on for this Indians faithful. What a great play by Jeremiah Sears. I mean, he bobbled the ball on a guy who had about 4 or 5 inches on him with full head taller, and Jeremiah Sears making plays for the black and gold. Now the Indians with 1 timeout and about 65 yards to go, going to try to tack on some more before we get to halftime.
Guys, Coach Bear Woods showing he's not afraid to take gambles here. So with time left, 1 timeout, looking for him to take a gamble.
Haven't seen much Caleb Ballard. I expect him to get involved on this play. And a timeout is called by the Andalusia Bulldogs. We'll keep it here. Austin, tell me about that energy on the sideline right now. I've yet to see this Indians team that fired up.
Yeah, guys, the Indians are fired up over here. That was a big momentum play. One of the best you'll see in the early season. Undersized defensive back, just focus, elite pursuit with this guy the whole way. Those kind of plays, especially leading to halftime, getting the ball back, those are big momentum swingers. So the Indians looking to utilize that. Maybe even make some noise right here late in the half.
Well, yeah, and you talk about it. The Indians have had that turnover on the first pass of the game for them. Now they get the turnover back. Turnover margin stands at 1 apiece. And now Indians come out of the timeout onto the field, and we'll look to see what formation they go with. They're ready to get this thing rolling.
Watch out for Patrick Davis here on the left side. He's been a deep ball threat so far early on in this game.
26 seconds here on the clock for the Indians. Just 1 timeout, so if they want to go, they're going to have to go quickly. And I think they're going to try to go for it all here, and it's a handoff up the middle. With it is Hill. Hill makes 1 miss and tackled from behind. He'll fall forward, good enough for a first down, but the penalty marker will come out, and I think they're going to call a hold on the Indians.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a hold there on the Indians. I'm looking to see who that will be.
Yeah, a tough break there for the Indians. And
yeah, it was on Cortland Norman there.
And now with just about 18 seconds left on the clock and a whole about 75 yards to go, Indians going to need to blow the top off here if they want to get into scoring position. They are backing it up way back. Holding is a spot foul, so if it occurred behind the line of scrimmage, you could see it back us up just a little bit more. It'll be first and about 22.
That's what I'll say. Look for a run play here.
2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Hill still in the game, and they'll give it to him. Hill, he's got some space. Hill bouncing it to the outside. He's at the 30-yard line and smartly runs out of bounds there, conserving the timeout for the Indians. And now about 16, 17 seconds left on the clock. Again, apologies for the timing issues here. The Andalusia Bulldogs Stadium is set up to where we cannot see the scoreboard here in the visiting press box.
Yeah, guys, 12.2 left. Coach Bearwood still not elected to use this 1 timeout left. See what he's got in store for that.
And he's trying to pick up some more. Speaking of Coach Woods, we will hear from him right before halftime, hopefully. And it's another handoff to Hill, who is immediately met in the backfield, and I think the Indians might just let the play clock run out. Yeah, they will. They'll be content to take this 12-0 lead into the half. And hopefully we're going to hear from Coach Woods before we get there. Austin Elliott hustling over to go meet him right now. And we will send it down to him, hear what Coach Woods has to say about that first half. Austin, take it away.
Yeah, guys, waiting to hear from Coach right here. Excellent first half for the Indians to start the season. Coach, great first half, showing a lot of toughness on defense, getting stops. What are your thoughts after that first half?
Welcome back to Wetumpka, first of all. Good to have you back. Texas defense is stopping the run. Andalusia has a fantastic run game. We're still working out some kinks. Everyone's took a turn making a mistake, coaches included. And so we're going to go in here. We're going to just work on a few things communication-wise, and then we're going to execute in the second half. But it's 12-0. This is a ball game. It's a tough one.
Got it, Coach. Took a really strong start with the defense, 3 and outs. Charlie Skipper showing some athleticism, a steady rotation of backs too, just downhill runners. What do you got to say about that, guys?
You know, we have a lot of guys who can score with the ball, who are dynamic, all doing well. Charlie's doing fantastic, running and creating some things. But we have some things that we think are open and are going to be there the second half. We're going to talk about it now. We're going to come out with a little tweak of things and get a few more touchdowns on the board.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Coach. Back to you, Mitch.
And we'll take a quick listen here to the Pride of the Tribe band. And after their performance, we will have the Shops at East Chase pregame or halftime show. Apologies there. Take a listen. The Pride of the Tribe coming your way.
Diana Frazier, and Assistant Director of Bands, Jimmy Oliver. The auxiliary instructor is Karen Peterson. The Pride of the Tribe is under the field direction of Mr. Noah Hart. Drum major, is your band ready? And now, the Pride of the Tribe Marching Band.
Well, that was the Pride of the Tribe. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, the Shops at East Chase halftime show. Make sure to stick around.
To make a difference, this is your chance. Montgomery Fire Equipment, protecting people, property, and progress.
The Ford Summer Sales Event is now at Collier Ford with Ford's incredible 000 offer. That's 0% financing for 36 months, no payments for 90 days, and 2 years of maintenance, plus $1,000 down payment assistance on select new Fords. Shop the 2026 F-150, the family-ready Explorer, or the fuel-efficient Ford Maverick. Hurry, the Ford Summer Sales Event ends August 31st. Visit Collier Ford in Wetumpka today. Come on, come to Collier. The Ford Summer Sales Event is now at Collier Ford with Ford's incredible 000 offer. That's 0% financing for 36 months, no payments for 90 days, and 2 years of maintenance, plus $1,000 down payment assistance on select new Fords. Shop the 2026 F-150, the family-ready Explorer, or the fuel-efficient Ford Maverick. Hurry, the Ford Summer Sales Event ends August 31st. Visit Collier Ford in Wetumpka today. Come on, come to Collier.
Local businesses help communities grow, and First Community Bank understands what it takes to keep a business moving forward. From business checking and commercial lending to merchant services and convenient banking tools, their team works with business owners to understand their individual needs. It's banking built around relationships, service, and the communities they call home. First Community Bank of Central Alabama, member FDIC. First Community Bank. Let's do life together.
When it comes to real estate in the River region, trust the team that puts you first. Chad Barrett, Beverly Wright, and Kathy Thornton. With experience, dedication, and a commitment to making every move smooth, they're here to guide you whether you're buying, selling, or investing. Together at RE/MAX Cornerstone and RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus, they're the names families across our community count on. Call today and let Chad, Beverly, or Kathy help with your next move.
When you bank locally, your money helps strengthen the communities you call home. Marion Community Bank has spent more than a century building relationships and supporting the people and businesses it serves. Now we're proud to be part of the Wetumpka community. Stop by their new location at 4876 U.S. Highway 231 or call 334-478-1138 to learn more. Marion Community Bank, committed to you. Member FDIC.
It's never too late to take the next step. The Central Alabama Community College Adult Learning Program helps adults 18 and older earn their GED or even a high school diploma. You can also prepare for the workforce with short-term certificates in medical billing and coding, medical assisting, pharmacy technician, or hospitality and culinary. Flexible classes fit your schedule and your future starts today. Visit cacc.edu/adult education or call 256-378-2017. CACC Adult Learning Program. Discover
For
you.
18 years, the Gab Salon.
This is the Shops at East Chase halftime show on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
And welcome back here. I hope you enjoyed the Pride of the Tribe. I know I sure did. Gregory, your thoughts on the first half?
Offense has been great so far. The run game has been one of the things we were looking forward to all season, and they have been pounding the ball down the field on 2 different drives. It's been great for the Wetumpka offense. The defense, I've been really impressed with that defense. Held them to no points in the first half. Zion Robinson has been a force in that backfield all game long in that first half. I've been really impressed with what he's been doing so far in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you talk about that first half, especially offensively for the Indians, it was all over. It was all over the board. I mean, you first pass of the game, you saw the interception. Obviously, not the way you want to start the season, but the we heard from Coach Woods during Tribal Talk, and it's something he always preaches to his guys is adversity. One constant in life, you're always going to face adversity. And they battled through it. They recovered from it and really kind of started to hit their stride, especially in that second quarter. It felt like the offense and defense both really started to play a complete game.
Wetumpka's protected the skipper all game long so far, I believe. And Hill has been running down the hill, forcing the defense to respect the run a lot more than they would have. We was looking to Charlie looking like a better quarterback this year, but he's been really it's been run game first half instead of pass.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you talk about the defensive side of the ball. What's really stuck out to me is the front five. They've really been dominating that line of scrimmage. It feels like just about the entire half. And you can correct me if I'm wrong here, but I feel like just about half those plays you saw Indians ready to meet MJ Berry right at the line. You haven't seen the Bulldogs throw the pass a little bit. Do you expect to see more of that in the second half?
I don't really think I will see more passing in the second half, I believe. I think it's going to be more same thing with the run. They've been successful with the run, but not too successful with the run. But I don't see them doing a lot of passing in the second half. It shows that they are not comfortable with Zay Leslie passing the ball. So it seems like they've been doing a lot of quick screens. Nothing really downfield from Leslie, except for that one pass that he had, and it was intercepted by Jeremiah Sears, which was a great momentum shift into the second half.
Well, yeah, but I think you also kind of have to attribute that interception just a little bit to having less than a minute on the clock. You're trying to march down the field and make this a little bit closer, especially knowing the fact that the Indians are getting the ball coming out of halftime. They get a chance to extend already on this 2-score lead, a chance to make it 3 scores. And it felt like the Indians, obviously, there's always something to improve on, but really for game 1 of the season, it feels like you come out about just as strong as you could want if you're Coach Woods.
Right. And it's first game of the season, and now you're making second half adjustments. You see what's worked in the first half so far, and you see what hasn't worked for the first half so far. You got to make the second half adjustments. Let's not have worked in the first half. Let's see what we can do to make that work in the second half. And I want to see the passing game in the second half. Let's see how we do some more stuff. Ballard, we got to get some targets to Ballard right now. He's a threat, and you got to use him.
Well, absolutely, but I mean, you even think about maybe not even throwing the ball to Ballard because I mean, a guy like that when he's a highly touted recruit, he's so big, he just draws attention on the other side of the field, and that opens up plays for guys like Patrick Davis, for guys like Deion Floyd, and then of course you can't talk about that first half without talking about Carson Tate. Scores both touchdowns for the Indians. Unfortunately, don't have stats with us. We'll try to get some for you, but I mean, I have to imagine he's close to 100 yards right now in just the first half alone.
I would say Carson's been running the ball really well all game long, and he's been bulldozing through the line. When he runs the ball, he'll miss that first tackle that gets him, and he'll just keep on churning. And his guys will help him push him. Not too much of aiding the runner. We saw one of those calls as a penalty call against the Indians here in the first half.
Yeah, we absolutely did. And going back to that, I mean, you talk about this first half. I mean, that penalty margin is absolutely insane. The Indians had about 3 penalties go against them, and I think Andalusia might have been close to double digits. It was really just not something I expected to see from this Andalusia team.
Right, and Andalusia has been very undisciplined on the defensive side of the ball. When it comes to penalties, they've been jumping off sides a couple times and everything.
Absolutely have. Excited to see what this second half has in store for us. We'll take a quick break. When we return, third quarter action coming your way on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
Please state the reason for your call.
Apply for a food truck loan.
Great. I heard Rude Duck Zone. Is that correct?
Food truck loan.
Great. I heard Wood Chuck Swarm. Is that correct?
Why do I put up with this?
I heard Nurple Ports Fish.
Okay.
Don't let big banks make you feel small. Bank where your money makes a difference. Marion Community Bank. Personal service committed to you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Looking to tackle your next home project? Look no further than Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply. With same-day pickup, ship to store, and ship to home, all available at RussellDoItCenter.com. Whether it's paints, tools, lumber, or lawn care, we've got what you need with the service you can trust. So be sure to shop today at RussellDoItCenter.com. RussellDoItCenter.com.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Shopping, dining, and more are all waiting at the Shops at East Chase, Central Alabama's premier shopping center. Explore more than 70 stores and restaurants, including Dillard's, H&M, American Eagle, Bath & Body Works, Starbucks, Bonefish Grill, Firebirds, and more. Whether you're updating your wardrobe, meeting friends for dinner, or making a day of it, there's always something waiting for you at the Shops at East Chase.
Hey y'all, Oswald's in Wetumpka and Prattville is happy to support our local schools. Come into Oswald's for all your clothing needs. Polos from Southern Marsh, Southern Shirt, Cotton Brothers, Roost, and Fieldstone. Shorts from AFCO, Burleybow, Free Ballers, and Local Boy. Tees from Old Row, Lulu Mac, Southern Fried Cotton, Simply Southern, and Coosa Cotton. Shoes from Extra Tough, Hey Dude, and Birkenstock. Auburn and Alabama gear, plus a whole lot of hats. That's Oswald's in downtown Wetumpka and Oswald's Prattville across from Chick-fil-A North. Go Indians!
When it comes to real estate in the River region, trust the team that puts you first. Chad Barrett, Beverly Wright, and Kathy Thornton. With experience, dedication, and a commitment to making every move smooth, they're here to guide you whether you're buying, selling, or investing. Together at RE/MAX Cornerstone and RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus, they're the names families across our community count on. Call today and let Chad, Beverly, or Kathy help with your next move.
At home, at work, or on the go, First Community Bank makes it easier to stay connected to your finances. With online and mobile banking, alongside the personal service of a local community bank, you can manage everyday banking while still having real people available when you need them. It's modern convenience with a hometown approach. Learn more at fcbca.com. Member FDIC. First Community Bank. Let's do life together.
Ready to take the next step? Start at Central Alabama Community College. Central Alabama Community College offers opportunities for students of all ages, whether you're beginning college, preparing for a new career, developing new skills, or working toward a 4-year degree. With affordable options and programs built to help you move forward, your next opportunity may be closer than you think. Find the program that's right for you at cacc.edu. Central Alabama Community College. Central to you, central to your success.
Well, just about a minute away from third quarter action here on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network. I'm Mitch Petrie alongside Gregory Kirby, Austin Elliot down on the sidelines, and excited to see what we got going on. Austin, you're quick. Your thoughts on that first half?
Yeah, guys, you heard Coach Barrett right before the halftime with the interview and everything, talking about the utilization, 3 really good backs, all in their own right. One thing we talked off the air about and looking forward to in the second half is Charlie Skipper, really known for his arm more so than his legs. He's a great improviser, especially with weapons. One of the best receivers in the country, wearing number 5 for the Indians. Looking to get him active this second half while still maintaining that dynamic run game. Bear's really optimistic, though, about his team right now. And, what a great way to start the season for the Indians in that first half.
Yeah, absolutely. It's hard not to be optimistic after it felt like that first half was all Indians. As a reminder, good guys on top, 12-0 here, as we're just a couple of moments away from the third quarter. But you talk about Caleb Ballard. Love to see him get a little bit more involved in. He does wear jersey number 5. No disrespect to Jaden Daniels, but I don't see him switching that up anytime soon.
No disrespect to Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, some guys earn the right to wear 5, and I would venture to say he's one of them. 10 touchdowns and 650 receiving yards last season, and hopefully a lot more to come this season. Third quarter action in just a moment on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
Third quarter action is brought to you by Radio Alabama Sports. Game on! Online at radioalabamasports.net.
Third quarter action presented by Radio Alabama Sports. And if you remember, the Indians deferred in the opening coin toss after winning, so they will get a chance to get the ball here to start off this second half and a chance to add on to their 12-0 lead. Excited to see what Coach Woods and Coach Monroe have drawn up for this offensive game plan coming out of the halftime.
Trent Taylor, the Bulldog squad, just came out onto the field. I think they've been getting a butt chewing in the locker room right now from Coach.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that statement. And a little late coming out, but excited to see how both teams make adjustments here. It's been a good game so far, and look to see it continue here as we get ready. Indians running some sprints, and it's about time here for this third quarter action. We'll also get the first chance to maybe see Dion Floyd on the kickoff return. The Indians have not gotten a kickoff yet. We did get a little glimpse of his speed during that one punt that he was able to field, and turned it what would have been, for I feel like most returners, a gain of about nothing, maybe 2 yards, and got about 15, 20 yards out of it. And Indians all meeting in the right in front of the end zone here, a little team meeting. Expect to see them break it down, and hopefully this Indians team can come back with that same passion we saw, especially in that second quarter. Man, they were fired up, and look to see that momentum continue coming out of halftime here.
Yeah, we talk about the momentum. The momentum is a very big thing in football. The momentum can swing at any moment, and the Indians still have that momentum, especially with that Jeremiah Sears interception. I cannot talk more about that interception by Jeremiah Sears. That was one of the best interceptions I've seen in a while, and you can hear it in the crowd. The crowd is trying to get no momentum, stay with the Indians here in Andalusia.
Yeah, you see a lot of guys of the team kind of motioning to the sideline like, come on, let's hear you, and hear them they did. Excited to see this one get back underway. First time we get to see the kickoff return unit here for the black and gold, and excited to see what might happen. Dion Floyd obviously going to be back to return, as well as I would imagine Jordan Hill. Those were the two last year at least. We'll see if that kickoff return unit stays the same, especially with with those deep men.
Mitch, you mentioned Floyd and Hill going to be back in the backfield to return this this opening kick here in the third quarter. Those are two tone setter guys, man, and this is an opportunity to really set the tone, really jump ahead, hopefully expand the lead some more, and get out on top with a comfortable lead for the Wetumpka Indians.
Well, you talk about tone setters, and Dion Floyd, of course, a senior, and really one of the only seniors on the offensive side of the ball for the Indians. You got a couple other on the line, but really the leader, at least for the skill position groups. And then Jordan Hill, of course, a guy who's a veteran, got a lot of playing time last year, now playing both sides of the ball. I mean, that's a guy that Coach Woods just speaks so highly of, and it's easy to see why. A great young man and a great football player as well. About time here for this third quarter to get underway. I'm excited. I know Gregory is as well. Austin, and just about everybody here. Friday Night Lights are back. Second half action coming your way. Setting the ball on the tee is the kicker, number 25. That's William Grimes. He's a senior here for the Andalusia Bulldogs. And worth noting that they did have their senior night here this afternoon, trying to get it out early in the season. And a good kickoff. That's deep, almost into the end zone there. And it's going to be fielded by Floyd. Floyd is immediately met right at about the 20-yard line and gets a little help from his teammates. This is the Andalusia Bulldogs. It was Braden Ware, number 14, the first man to get there, and a chance to build on that lead. We saw some offensive plays from the Indians in that first half. Excited to see what they've drawn up here to open up this second half.
Looks like Jordan Hill will start off at the running back position here in the second half.
I see a couple of guys out there, and this offensive line was kind of a little bit of a question mark for the Indians coming into the season. You saw a lot of guys graduate last year, and so far they've been doing a bang-up job. Christian Williams has got these boys ready to play, and the first snap is over the head of Skipper, and Skipper is able to corral it and tries to make something happen there, but he will be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage there for a loss of about 8.
Yeah, not a great snap there by Ryan Mann. Charlie was able to recover quickly, though, but he loses a lot of yards there.
Yeah, tough break for the Indians, and you talk about momentum and it being able to flip anyway, and that's a tough break for the Indians coming out of the second half, and be second and about a mile here, second and probably close to 22. Skipper standing just in front of his own end zone in the shotgun formation, puts Hill in motion towards the far side of the field. A little cutback screen to Dion Floyd. Dion Floyd bounces on one. He's got room. One man to beat, and he does. Floyd to the 40. Floyd to the 30. He's got one more, and all the way to the end zone, but that's going to come back. An unnecessary block in the back there from Patrick Davis. Wipes out what would have been a 90-yard touchdown there for Dion Floyd. A block in the back from Patrick Davis right at the end of the play, the last man to beat. And just barely touched him, but the officials are going to call that every time. It was right in front of the side judge there.
Guys, we talk about the intensity of Bear Woods, and he is showing it right now, not in a good way. Very, very, very just boneheaded, blocking the back.
And Austin, you can correct me if I'm wrong. You were down and had a better view on that sideline, but I thought Floyd was gone all the way. I didn't think that Davis needed to touch him at all.
No, Mitch, you're right. We just talked about it on the kick return. Yeah, blocking the back. We talk about Floyd being one of the better, athletes on the team. Dude, he had heyday, pay dirt, nothing but end zone right there. Looking to see the Indians bounce back right here.
It was the same play earlier in the first half. We saw that backside screen to Floyd that we saw earlier in the first half.
Yeah, and it was a great pump fake from Charlie Skipper to Jordan Hill, who he put in motion. Pistol formation here for the Indians. Carson Tate in at running back, and a play action pass looking for Davis over the middle of the field, threading the needle, and oh no, the ball got ripped out of his hands. Oh, what a tough break. Trendon Marshall there to either get the fumble or the interception. There is a flag down on the field, so we'll wait to see what the call is there. That was a great throw from Skipper right between the defenders, and then Marshall comes in on the backside of the play and just rips it right out of the hands of Davis.
Yeah, Davis had it in his hands and just let it get out of it, and it was an interception by the Bulldogs. We'll talk about momentum. Don't want it to go against the good guys.
That was quite the sequence of 3 plays there. The first play of the half. Ball over the head of Skipper, a loss of 12. Then what would have been a 90-yard touchdown, negated by the block in the back, and then immediately after, the interception. Just a tough break for the Indians, and for what a momentum swing. It was all going the way of the Indians. The flag offsets it a little bit, and now Bulldogs have all the momentum here, but they're going to have a long way to go. The ball is at about the 10-yard line.
Indian faithful being loud.
Yeah, you got to believe the morale is a little bit down here for the black and gold. This is when you really need your fans and your crowd to step up. Man in motion across the field, and the snap goes, and it's a handoff up the middle, and met immediately. A great tackle and a great wrap up there. Cameron Kane Dixon was there all the way.
Great play there by the D tackle. Was able to make a great play and get him wrapped up. Only got a couple yards.
Guys, game 1 of the season, this being our first look at this Indians team. I'll say this, being down here on the sidelines, you really get a feel for how unified Coach Morton is with his defense. After every drive, they're in the tent, scheming up. They're not only going over the previous drive, but game planning for the next, and it's good to see.
Well, you love to see that, and Coach Morton, a great man and a great coach. The snap is a handoff up the middle. Again, trying to find some room is MJ Berry. Nothing doing there. A gain of about 3, and that'll make it about 3rd and 4 here with about 10 minutes to go here in this third quarter.
Great play there by the linebackers. Getting into that hole and only preventing MJ Berry getting only a couple yards there.
Bulldogs now moving offensively with a little bit more pep in their step as opposed to that first half, and trying to keep the speed up a little bit. Single high safety here. Loading the box are the Indians. 2 men in motion. It's the 2 tight ends, and still in that pistol formation. Leslie takes the snap, and it's a handoff up the middle. Driving is Berry, and they just keep on feeding MJ Berry. That time was good enough to pick up the first down by about 1 or 2 yards.
He's been the game for them also so far all game. He's gotten most of the production for the Bulldogs offense tonight.
Yeah, Gregory, you hate to call them a one-dimensional offense, but other than Leslie and the legs of Berry, not much for the passing game going on with the Bulldogs. Let's see if they try to open that up right here against the Indians.
Tight formation here, and it's a rollout to the right. Leslie's got some time, looking deep downfield. He's got a man, but missed him. It was Tyler Ward who had about a step and a half there on Emerson Falk, but a moonball over the head of him by about 2 yards and nothing doing. 2nd and 10.
It was a post route there by Ward, and Emerson read it wrong. He thought he was going to go corner route, but he went post, and he would just lost his step. It would have been a touchdown if it was a good ball, but Indians catch a break there.
And I believe that will be another hydration break here in this third. Well, no, maybe not. Saw both teams kind of start making their ways to the sideline ever so slightly. But both teams trotting back out onto the field now.
Guys, something to keep note of. Coach Bear Woods loves a rotation, utilizing depth in the defense. Seeing that now here in the second half, looking to see some guys get some opportunities right here.
Two receivers to the near side. It's a true shotgun this time. It's a handoff to Barry, who goes to the left and met immediately at the line of scrimmage. It was Zion Robinson who was first there, but Jabari Davis comes in almost immediately after, and they tag team Barry to keep him for a gain of nothing. 3rd and 10 coming up here for the Andalusia Bulldogs.
We said Robinson's name a lot so far tonight. There's a reason why he is getting into that Bulldogs O-line and just dominating in the trenches.
Caleb Ballard in at defensive end now. First time he's come out here in this series.
3-man front for the Indians here.
Back in the pistol formation, 2 tight ends for the Bulldogs. 2 receivers to the near side. A fake handoff to Barry, and a couple of guys coming in, and yeah, that's going to be called every time. It was Ethan Byland who came in off the edge there and tried to tackle Leslie, and he did, but unfortunately caught the face mask just going a little bit too deep behind him. Had to make a tough recovery there and just handed it up in the wrong spot. Definitely not intentional.
Byland had a good take on it. He could have not used his hands there, but he just grabs the helmet and rips it off.
Yeah, it's a tough break for the Indians, and Coach Morton is fired up about that one, and rightfully so. It should have been a loss of about 5 there, but instead will give a free new set of downs to the Andalusia Bulldogs, and a rough mistake there for the Indians. It's going to cost them.
We talk about this defensive front line that we've been, we had questions in going into the season, but you saw right there, they have pressure on this O-line. They are winning the trenches battle right now.
Yeah, and back to a little bit of a slower moving pace here. And while we were waiting for the officials to signal us to get back in, and with the helmet coming off of Leslie there, you might see a new man at quarterback. Never mind. Leslie still on the field there.
Yeah, he can stay on the field if it's a result of a face mask penalty.
Oh, you're right. Tight formation here. One receiver on the wide side of the field, and another one comes in motion, but it'll settle as a second tight end. Pistol formation. It's a handoff to Barry right up the middle. Cameron Kane Dixon meets him, but is dragged for a couple of yards. A gain of about 8 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, just a good run there by M.J. Barry. Like me and Austin was saying earlier, I hate to say one-dimensional offense, but we've been calling his name a lot tonight. It's just been run after run after run.
Yeah, guys, you see Barry really he's almost always going to get the ball after a positive play, whether that's a penalty against the Indians or a good pickup for the Bulldogs. So trying to gain some momentum right here. Haven't had much all game. Looking for a big stop from the Tribe.
Back in this pistol tight formation. See what they draw up here on about 2nd and 4. Leslie takes the snap, looking for the screen pass. Got a man in the air, breaks one tackle before picking up a couple of extra yards. The defensive line up there to meet him. Caden Carlisle brings him down, but not before the Bulldogs pick up another first down.
Yeah, Caden Carlisle made a mistake there. He jumped, and that let Leslie be able to run through and pass him and get a first down for the Bulldogs.
And a late runoff there from Jabari Davis. Indians trying to avoid any more self-inflicted damage here on this drive. Bulldogs with the ball right at about midfield, call it the 47-yard line. Back in a pistol formation yet again. Bulldogs like keeping it tight. They don't spread the field very much. The man in motion, Farley Brandon, the tight end. And a handoff right back to Barry up the middle, but a flag flies on the far side of the field. Barry keeps those legs driving, and he was getting pushed there for a while.
I don't see how that's not aiding the runner either.
Well, that might have been what the flag came out on the far side of the field for. We'll wait to hear the call from the white hat, but if I was a betting man, that's certainly what I'd look at here. Yeah, here comes the official to talk with the white hat here, and we're waiting to see what this call is. I would imagine that's got to be aiding the runner. The problem is the chain gang already moved the sticks.
Right.
So that's going to, if it ends up being an aiding the runner penalty, that's going to be quite the mix-up for the Stripes to figure out.
First down marker was at the 47-yard line. They moved it to the 43. So they got 10 yards on that carry from MJ Berry. Well, let's hear the call.
Hey, Austin, we couldn't hear that over the band. Did you happen to hear what that penalty was? They did point against the Bulldogs, but not sure what the call was.
Yeah, guys, the Bulldogs being penalized with a sideline interference right there.
Yeah, and well, thank you, Austin. Appreciate that. We're going to stop here for a hydration break, but kind of perfect timing as the chain gang will have to figure out what went wrong or where they're going to spot the ball. Yeah, and now the side judges telling them to move the sticks back.
For people at home that don't know, sideline interference is a football penalty when coaches or players, non-player personnel enter the restricted white boundary area along the sideline during live action or physically interfere with the official. So that's probably what happened here. They probably bumped the official, and that calls the 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, we'll take a quick break here during this hydration break and pump some water ourselves. We'll be right back on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
When it comes to real estate in the River region, trust the team that puts you first. Chad Barrett, Beverly Wright, and Kathy Thornton. With experience, dedication, and a commitment to making every move smooth, they're here to guide you whether you're buying, selling, or investing. Together at RE/MAX Cornerstone and RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus, they're the names families across our community count on. Call today and let Chad, Beverly, or Kathy help with your next move.
Well, we just hydrated ourselves, and so did the guys down on the field. It's about 5 minutes and 45 seconds left to go here in quarter number 3. And way false start there for the Andalusia Bulldogs. They had about 3 guys jump the gun there, and that'll back them up 5.
Yeah, we've been talking all night about undisciplined on both sides of the ball for the Bulldogs. They've been jumping off sides, have a couple false starts so far. The penalty yards are tacking up for the Bulldogs tonight.
Yeah, they absolutely are. That'll make it first and 15 here for the Bulldogs. And you talk about kind of no hurry, and this is also a side effect of how much they run the ball, but they're just chewing clock right now. And down 2 scores, they've had possession here for about 4 or 5 minutes of game time here on this possession, and still just at about midfield here. Ball at the Indians 47, or sorry, the Bulldogs 47, and we are going to get a timeout there. Late to the gun are the Andalusia Bulldogs, and we'll keep it here. Austin, tell us what the vibe is like on the sideline right here. It's been a methodical drive for the Bulldogs. How are the guys staying?
Not wavering. Like I said, very unified group from the sidelines, relaying the play calls from the coaching staff. Multiple guys over here calling plays for the Indians defense. Rotations being made. We've seen multiple methodical drives, long drives, where the Bulldogs just trying to muster up yardage on the ground. Haven't been able to do it. Penalized. Week 1 jitters. Got it to be expected, I guess, but off balance and looking for the Indians to maybe make a positive play here, get some momentum back on our side.
I do have a little bit of momentum after that false start penalty. It makes it about 1st and 15 here for the Bulldogs, back out in that pistol formation, and first time out of the half used by the Bulldogs. Man in motion again, and a high snap. Good job to stick with it there from Leslie. A low tackle from Jeremiah Sears saves what would have been a good play there for the Bulldogs, and they'll gain about 5 there. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Talk about a touchdown saving tackle potentially there by Jeremiah Sears with a sophomore.
Yeah, Gregory, I was going to say the same thing. Being on the field, watching Sears play all night, obviously the great interception earlier, even that tackle right there, 2 elite defensive plays from one of the smallest guys on the field. Plays like he's 6'5", really fun to watch.
Back in this tight pistol formation, and I'd expect this ball's going to go right back to Barry. It's a fake this time. Zion Robinson, second sack of the game. He sheds the block and makes the tackle. 3rd and about 17 coming up, and Coach Woods fired up about it. This defense fired up about it, and as is Zion Robinson. Give him 2 on the night.
Guys, a lot of props right there to the Wetumpka defense. Like I said, unwavering confidence, even with this methodical drive. That positive play they were looking for right there. Big sack, big sack.
And it looks like we're going to take another timeout here.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion it looks like here for the Bulldogs.
They're taking Caleb.
Yeah,
taking Caleb Wilson off the field.
Yeah, then you saw a couple of the coaches and the Water Girl starts to head out for the Indians. They thought it was a timeout as well, and not sure what the miscommunication was there. And a late substitution coming onto the field here for the Indians, and right back off.
I wonder if Cooper had some blood showing up on his jersey.
3rd and long here for the Andalusia Bulldogs. Ball at about the 44 or 46-yard line, and lost the snap. Zion Robinson hustling in, and he's got it. Turnover for the Indians. Turnover for the Indians. Wow. A bobbled snap. Zion Robinson falls right on top of it.
Great play there by Zion, but big mistake, though. He's going to cost the Indians some yardage. He slung the ball after he got that fumble recovery. That's going to be a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct play.
Yeah, Coach Woods rightfully angry at that celebration there from Zion Robinson. And it's a couple of times we've just seen those self-inflicted damages from the Indians following a big play. Got to level out. A lot of emotions coming into week 1 and a lot of guys making their fresh faces. It's a high-pressure situation, easy to get caught up in all the energy here from this Indian sideline and this crowd, but got to keep your head on your shoulders.
Guys, something to make note of. Ethan Bailey holds the sack record, single game, with 3.
And that might go down as a strip sack as well, so Robinson could be right at 3. We'll try to get stats for you after the game. Skipper in the pistol formation and a handoff to Carson Tate up the middle. And a couple of guys coming in. The ball falls right back out, and I'm not sure who got on it. I think they might call forward progress, which I think would be the right call. Skipper slow to get up. That's not good.
That is not good to see. Hope he's all right.
He dove and tried to recover that loose ball and just a little bit rung up, slow to get up, and is helped up by his offensive lineman, his center, Ryan Mann. And Skipper, he's not coming off that field. You're going to have to drag him off.
That's some guts there by Carson Skipper. Staying in the game, might be a little hurt, a little shooken up. But he told Coach Woods, I'm playing, I'm staying.
Yeah, Skipper is, well, he started to run to the sideline, and we're waiting to hear from, we're waiting to see what's going on. Yeah, so they will have to bring Skipper off the field. They might have to evaluate him real quick. I think it might have been because he was slow to get up. Coach Woods asking the side judge what the reason for that is now. But Carson Tate, also the running back, also the backup quarterback, he's got an arm on him, so definitely in capable hands, but look to see Skipper get back out on that field probably on the next play. 2nd and 9, and it's a handoff up the middle. Jordan Smoke takes it and will get a couple out of it, but still a bit of a ways to go here. 3rd and about 7 coming up for the Indians.
Yeah, great run there by Jordan Smoke. Smoke comes from a great family of running backs here at Wetumpka. You know, Cavassier Smoke, about 9 years ago, played here at Wetumpka, was an all-state running back, went to Kentucky and Colorado. Comes from a great lineage of running backs and athletes.
Skipper checks back into the game here. Tate will head over to the sideline momentarily. Skipper trying to draw him off with a hard count. Won't get him this time. Looks over to the sideline, maybe adjusting the play call here. Skipper barking out commands to the offensive line. Thornton comes in motion. Skipper takes the snap now and looking for Caleb Ballard up top. And Ballard saw the green grass ahead of him and just not able to bring in the catch. That was a touchdown if he did it. A beautiful ball by Charlie. Skipper hit him in stride. Ballard unable to come up with it.
Charlie placed that pass perfectly to Caleb and went right over Tyson Smith of the Bulldogs. But Caleb just couldn't catch it. He just got a little too happy there probably.
Hard not to get excited when you see that green grass ahead of you. But an unfortunate break there for the Indians. And now Skipper back to punt. Already saw him make one electric play and will elect to kick it away. A much better punt this time, a really good one. And back to field it for the Bulldogs is number 3, dancing around trying to find some space before half the Indian special teams unit meets him right there. It was Carmelo Hill, the senior, back there to field the punt, and the Bulldogs will take over here at about the 26-yard line.
Yeah, guys, going back to that drop by Ballard, we knew it was only a matter of time before Skipper found him deep. That's his go-to guy. Their timing is really impeccable. 1 year under the belt together and an explosive year last year, so you know it's only a matter of time before they get clicking. Caleb Ballard, not to be denied, one of the best receivers in the country, a 4-star prospect.
Yeah, absolutely. Rivals has him ranked as the number 1 tight end in the country right now. It kind of depends on where you look, but a consensus top 5 tight end in that class of 2028. Just a junior is the 6'5 receiver in Caleb Ballard. Again, another 2 motion here in this pistol formation for the Bulldogs. A snap off to the right, good recovery there, and a handoff to Barry. Barry is driving, and Indians were there and at the line of scrimmage, and a man is slow to get up. I can't spy a jersey number, but it is, I believe, somebody from the black and gold.
It looks like it's a Bulldog, actually, down on the ground.
Guys, I believe that's MJ Barry.
Oh, no. You just hate to see that for the Bulldogs. Barry's been a workhorse for them so far tonight. I'd venture as far as to say he probably has close to 25, 30 carries. Now slow to get up. And while he's being checked out, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
At home, at work, or on the go, First Community Bank makes it easier to stay connected to your finances. With online and mobile banking, alongside the personal service of a local community bank, you can manage everyday banking while still having real people available when you need them. It's modern convenience with a hometown approach. Learn more at fcbca.com. Member FDIC. First Community Bank. Let's do life together. Shopping, dining, and more are all waiting at the Shops at East Chase, Central Alabama's premier shopping center. Explore more than 70 stores and restaurants, including Dillard's, H&M, American Eagle, Bath & Body Works, Starbucks, Bonefish Grill, Firebirds, and more. Whether you're updating your wardrobe, meeting friends for dinner, or making a day of it, there's always something waiting for you at the Shops at East Chase.
The Ford Summer Sales Event is now at Collier Ford with Ford's incredible 000 offer. That's 0% financing for 36 months, no payments for 90 days, and 2 years of maintenance, plus $1,000 down payment assistance on select new Fords. Shop the 2026 F-150, the family-ready Explorer, or the fuel-efficient Ford Maverick. Hurry, the Ford Summer Sales Event ends August 31st. Visit Collier Ford in Wetumpka today. Come on, come to Collier.
Barry helped off the field there, and looks like a pretty rough injury. And now a new handoff and a new running back there, and able to make some men miss. It's JT Richardson, the junior, listed as a free safety and a wide receiver on the roster, but a lot of these skill position guys kind of bounce all around. And we mentioned Barry has been kind of the workhorse here for the Andalusia Bulldogs, and Gregory, I don't know what to expect from this Andalusia offense with him off the field.
Yeah, they've been committed to the run game all night, so I expect them to continue doing that with the run game. Switch up running backs in the backfield, maybe move Leslie into like a running quarterback type role here.
Yeah, Richardson checks off the field. Another new running back in there. It's number 0, Calvin Woods, another senior here for the Andalusia Bulldogs. Back in this pistol formation, Leslie takes the snap, and it's a handoff. And bouncing to the right side, Jeremiah Sears meets him a couple of yards beyond the line of scrimmage. And Sears and Paulk both there to make the tackle. Call it a gain of about 3, 2nd and 7 coming up for the Bulldogs.
You know, Calvin Woods listed as a middle linebacker for the Bulldogs. He's a big guy out there. And Jeremiah Sears and Emerson Falk able to get that tackle, only getting 2 yards maybe on that carry.
Guys down here on the sidelines listening to Coach Morton prep his defense during that little break, telling his defense to expect the big play right here, expect some trickery with some new personnel in the game. We're approaching the fourth quarter right here, guys.
Yeah, and we'll keep it here as we get ready for this fourth quarter. You see the Indians put up the 4s, and it's a big time to be an Indians fan. Coach Woods preaches playing a 4-quarter ball game, but especially winning the first 5 minutes of the half, winning the last 5 minutes of each half. Last 5 minutes here coming up shortly, but this Andalusia Bulldogs team has got a lot of adversity to battle through. First, it was the penalties, which they've seemingly cleared up here as we've gone throughout this second half, about through that third quarter. But now, without their star of the game in MJ Berry, at least for the time being, we'll see if he is able to make a return. But a big question mark here on the Andalusia side of the ball.
Yeah, you know, Coach Woods, we talked to him about winning the moment. You know, you got to win the fourth quarter here. It's 12-0. The Bulldogs have had control of possession almost all night, it feels like. We've had short drives on the offense. Our defense has been on the field for a long time tonight.
Greg, that's a good point. Got to believe that was a game plan going into the second half of this Bulldogs team. Still unable to get anything really going. The Indians' defense relentless up front, protected in the back, looking to make a stop right here.
Back in kind of the T formation, a low snap and a fake handoff. And encroaching, and Caden Carlisle, the blindside hit, and a big one at that. Another sack for the Indians, and now it'll be 3rd and about 14 for the Andalusia Bulldogs. What a way to start the fourth quarter for the Indians defense.
Wasn't to that snap. He started to scramble right, and he tried to go back up midfield and was just met by Caden Carlisle with a big sack in the backfield.
Guys, talking to the coaching staff down here on the sideline, they say this defense reminds them of the defense 2 years ago. Kelby Walker, Ethan Bailey. Ironic enough, number 9, Carlisle right there in the backfield. Explosive sack for the Indians, looking to capitalize off this momentum.
Yeah, absolutely. And hope to see them capitalize on that as well. 3rd and long coming up. And without Barry on the field, you got to think that the Bulldogs are going to elect for the pass here, but we will see, and they will. It's a play action pass before they take it up off the middle, does Leslie. And guess who? Caden Carlisle there to make the stop again. 4th and 10 coming up for the Bulldogs. Their punt team will be forced to come out.
Great job by Caden Carlisle to shed that block there. And also Cooper Wilson staying home and able to make that tackle, make it 4th down and 10 for the Bulldogs.
2 guys back to punt. Never mind. They'll move back up. Will Jordan Hill. Deion Floyd back standing right up in front of the 30-yard line. And the snap is good. A little bit of pressure coming in from Beelan. And it takes a 1 bounce. Floyd fields it on the run, trying to find some space, and nothing doing. He'll be tackled at about the 25-yard line.
Guys, despite the long time of possession for the Bulldogs, the Indians optimistic on the sideline down here, believe in their game, trusting the game plan. I would look for some fireworks here early in this next drive, really trying to separate themselves late in the game.
Yeah, a score would go a long way here for the Indians. It's a 2-possession game right now. They lead it 12-0 here with just a couple minutes expired in this fourth quarter. Still a lot of ball game left to go, but if you can score on this possession, you got to think the Indians feel pretty solid about their chances.
See a lot of runs right here for the Indians on this drive potentially. You know, run that clock, burn that clock as much as you can here.
Yeah, that's something the Bulldogs have really done a lot of, especially with how much they've run the ball. The chain gang is a little delayed getting down to where the ball is supposed to be here. It seems to be some confusion. The spot marker has moved down, but the actual first down sticks have not. They're standing right about where the punt was, and now they elect to move, and they're going to have to hustle here as the Indians are getting ready to break the huddle.
First game of the season for everybody this year. It looks like it's being pushed back.
Yeah, Austin, was there a penalty on that play? Did you happen to catch that?
No, guys, I was not. I'm unsure where the ball got moved back. But also just being down here on the sidelines, there's been several occasions where the chain gang and the ball marker have been kind of off balance right there.
Well, that's going to make it much longer to go here for the Indians. The ball spotted at their own about 14-yard line. Skipper with the read option, and he fooled just about everybody, and a big hit and a big tackle there from Calvin Woods. And Skipper spun around and flung down there, but able to pop right back up.
Yeah, Skipper comes off the field after that tackle. We'll see probably some direct snaps to Carson Tate here up the middle.
Yeah, and see a new guy check in to the offense here for the first time tonight. Skipper picked up about 4 on that. Call it 2nd and 6. Cooper Wilson enters the ball game and see what we've got going on.
Guys, just got word that was a personal foul penalty that put the Indians back in the backfield right there.
Thank you. Appreciate that as always, Austin. It's Carson Tate in the backfield by himself. And a flag comes out immediately, and
Bulldogs jumped off sides there. Looks like. Oh, false start.
Haddle back at the Indians up even further, breathing down the shadow of their own goalpost yet again. Skipper will check back into the game now. Caden Carlisle also in for that play, though not able to officially record a snap with a false start penalty.
Yeah, it was just a false start there by the right guard. He just leaned over a little too much and just fell down.
Yeah, that's a 2nd and 11 now after the penalty for the Indians. Smoke in the backfield and 2 receivers to the far side, a tight end as well. Patrick Davis by himself here on the short side of the field, but he'll be joined by Jordan Smoke. Looking for the screen pass, and Skipper staring down some pressure. A cutback screen. They find Deion Floyd, and Floyd able to pick up a good chunk there. Call it about 10, so that'll make it 3rd and just a couple of yards here.
That's that same play we've seen about twice now so far tonight. That pump fake to the right side and that screen to Deion Floyd. They get about a couple yards there. It's been a good yard getter for the Indians tonight.
It has it's actually about 3rd and call it 6 here for the Indians. And a big 3rd down here. You pick up this first down, and you can really kind of start to chew away on this clock. You don't want to have another 3 and out, especially in this game. Bulldogs keep hanging around. Skipper step in front of his running back, and he'll give it to Tate. Tate's got some room. Tate should have enough to pick up the first down there, and he will. A big first down for the Indians. Move the sticks up. A Collier Ford first down by Carson Tate, who's now a little ginger walking off the field.
Yeah, Carson, he has been a workhorse all night tonight. He has been one of the key players for this offense all night long. He's been running north and south all night.
Greg, you said it. We talk about the importance of 3rd downs and converting them. Tate's been that guy to go to right there on that 3rd down big play conversion right there.
It absolutely was. Hope Tate's all right, walking off on the sideline, and hopefully we can see him back in this game. I'd imagine he's have to have eclipsed about 100 yards by now, and a handoff up the middle to, I believe, Jordan Smoke, and it was. He lost his footing in the backfield, but able to keep that forward momentum and fall and gain at least a couple. It would have been a couple more, but call it a positive gain. 2nd and 8 coming up for the black and gold. Good.
Go ahead, Austin.
Well, good guys lead it here. About 12 to nothing. About 8 minutes or about 9 minutes left to go here in this 4th quarter. Indians just trying to eat the clock, and a score would go a long way here in securing an opening week victory. But still a lot of football left to get played. 2nd and 8. Skipper in the shotgun again. 2 receivers to the far side. Smoke still in there at running back, and fake handoff, and Skipper elects to take it himself. Skipper lowers his shoulder, and he'll pick up another Collier Ford first down.
Just some tough play there by Carson Skipper, man. He has been playing all night long, has been running north and south when he has those read option plays.
Yeah, he's really using those legs a lot tonight, a lot more than I think either or any of us expected coming into the game tonight, but it's easy to see why when he keeps on picking up gains like that. Carson Tate looks to be okay. He's checked back into the game now. Skipper in the true shotgun formation, same as last time. 2 to the far side, 1 to the near. Snap and a handoff there to Carson Tate, who is met at the side, but he kind of puts on the brakes there, tries to cut it back up towards the middle. A gain of about nothing, actually a loss of 1 on the play.
Yeah, guys, Tate giving it his all tonight. A true workhorse for this Indians offense early. 9 carries and roughly 65, 70 yards. 2 touchdowns for the Indians. He's really made his presence felt tonight.
Yeah, a good stat line there for Carson Tate. Great to see really where this run game has gone for the Indians so far this season. And started off really strong last year, but then kind of as the season wore and grinded everybody down a little bit, wasn't as effective as we saw at the beginning of the season. Skipper and a handoff up the middle. This time I believe it's Hill, and a gain of about 2 there, bring up 3rd and long for the Indians. The first timeout, I believe, is called by Andalusia of the half. Heat timeout. Man, they keep getting me with that. One day I'll learn, I promise, guys.
Maybe we can see the scoreboard and see the time on the clock.
Yeah, that would definitely help out here. Indians lead at 12-0. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back in just a moment on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
.105.1 WRFS is WRFS-FM, Rockford, Alexander City, Lake Martin, Wetumpka, Prattville, Montgomery, home of the Wetumpka Indians on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
When it comes to real estate in the River region, trust the team that puts you first. Chad Barrett, Beverly Wright, and Kathy Thornton. With experience, dedication, and a commitment to making every move smooth, they're here to guide you whether you're buying, selling, or investing. Together at RE/MAX Cornerstone and RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus, they're the names families across our community count on. Call today and let Chad, Beverly, or Kathy help with your next move.
Coming out of the heat timeout, good guys lead it. Skipper in the shotgun and immediately rolling to the right. Firing across his body. Caleb Ballard's got it, and that's enough for another Collier Ford first down with about 5 minutes left to go here in this fourth quarter.
That's Caleb Ballard's first reception of the night, and that's what you want to see. You want to see him get some touches, get some receptions, because he is electric on the field.
Great time to get that first down. A timely first reception for the Indians. Picks up the first down and keeps the ball in the hands of the good guys. They lead it 12-0. Time taken away here in the fourth quarter. About 4.5 minutes left to go.
Looking to put the dagger in here.
Skipper back in the shotgun formation. A man in motion across. It's Thornton, and a handoff up the middle. It's Jordan Hill. Hill bouncing it out to the outside, trying to find some room. Won't find much, though. Gain of about 3.
Yeah, that outside run, Jordan was able to get a couple of yards, but the Bulldogs defense was able to get some good tacklers down there and get Jordan down, only get a gain of about 3.
Guys, during that last timeout, over here in the coaching staff here on the sidelines really want to utilize the clock, putting a lot of trust in their experienced quarterback, Charlie Skipper, to do so right here to put this game away.
And rightfully so. Skipper's really made stuff happen with his legs all night long and has continued to do so. Picked up that big first down on 3rd down just a couple of minutes ago. And Indians just trying to take their time here and no reason to rush. Back in the shotgun formation, Hill as the running back, and they'll give it right back to him. Hill driving the legs and trying to find room, but swallowed up almost immediately. Call it maybe a gain of 1, maybe 2. That should bring up about 3rd and 6. Tate will check into the game here for, I imagine, Hill, yeah. And third and 5, pass or run. It's a bit of a coach's nightmare. If I was a betting man, I'd say this ball's going to Carson Tate. And I think the Bulldogs probably know that too. The question is, can they stop him?
I agree.
Ooh, a good hard count there from Skipper. You did see some motion from the Bulldogs, but I don't think any of them came over the line of scrimmage. And so Skipper makes a couple of adjustments, now puts Thornton in motion across the formation, And now a timeout called by the Indians, saving what I believe would be a delay of game penalty. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network as the Indians lead it 12-0.
Hey y'all, Oswald's in Wetumpka and Prattville is happy to support our local schools. Come into Oswald's for all your clothing needs. Polos from Southern Marsh, Southern Shirt, Cotton Brothers, Roost, and Fieldstone. Shorts from AFCO, Burley Bow, Free Ballers, and Local Boy. Tees from Old Row, Lulu Mac, Southern Fried Cotton, Simply Southern, and Coosa Cotton. Shoes from Extra Tough, Hey Dude, and Birkenstock. Auburn and Alabama gear. Plus a whole lot of hats. That's Oswald's in downtown Wetumpka and Oswald's Prattville across from Chick-fil-A North. Go Indians!
Safety starts with Montgomery Fire Equipment Company. From inspections and extinguisher service to full fire suppression systems, businesses across Alabama trust our team to protect what matters most. And now, we're hiring. We're looking for new fire technicians to join our team. If you're hardworking and ready to make a difference, this is your chance. Montgomery Fire Equipment, protecting people, property, and progress.
Well, back out of the timeout, both teams with 2 remaining, 3 minutes and 3 seconds left to go here in this fourth quarter. Good guys lead it 12-0. Skipper back in the pistol formation. Carson Tate in at running back, 2 receivers to the far side. And it's a handoff right back up the middle. Tate's got some room. Tate runs into his own man and Caleb Ballard. But on the 3rd and 5, he does enough to pick up another Collier Ford first down.
That's what me and Austin have been talking about all night. Carson Tate being that 3rd down back and just getting yards and just keep on running that clock and running it.
Yeah, and that's what you like to see. About 2.5 minutes left to go in this fourth quarter as the Indians look to hand the Bulldogs their first loss at home in just about 3 years. And on senior night, trying to spoil it are the black and gold. Pistol formation again here for the Indians. Carson Tate still at running back, and that's where he's going to go with it. Up the middle, Tate full head of steam, and he gets ripped down from behind. And it looks like it was a face mask, but I don't think a flat penalty marker came out. Might be a little bit of a missed call on that one.
Jake Harden had to come out. His helmet came off after that play. Smoke coming in. Looks like replacing Harden will be sophomore Dylan Owens, number 64, on the O-line.
Yeah, it's maybe a bit of a missed call. Yeah, and Coach Woods is coming over to the side judging. I think he's making his case a little bit. Obviously, not going to get the call this late, but trying to earn it his way. Smoke will check into the game here at running back, and Skipper still in at quarterback. It's kind of the same formation that the Indians have kept going with, and I'd imagine it's going to be another handoff. Indians just trying to drain and bleed as much clock as they can. Smoke finds a little bit of room before being spun around and slung down. A penalty marker flies right at the line of scrimmage, and we'll see what the call is here from the white hat in just a moment.
Looks like it's going to be holding, probably.
A minute and 28 seconds left to go here in this fourth quarter. And, yeah, the Indians backing it up. I think it's going to be a hold call. Waiting for the white hat to come on the mic and let everybody know. Yeah, it is going to be a hold.
Penalty's been declined, actually. So make it 3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd down and quite a ways to go here for the Indians.
They put Carson Tate back in there at running back. Seems like let that clock run as much as they can.
Guys, speaking about Tate's performance tonight, he was in the tent not too long ago, a couple drives ago. Remains on the field, remains the 3rd down go-to guy, the 3rd down converter. Just a real tough guy, real tough player, kind of embodies this whole identity of the Wetumpka football team.
Yeah, absolutely. 3rd down in about 10, and hearing some whistles here, and not exactly sure.
Yeah, the whistle was blown pre-snap. We'll see what this is.
Well, I don't see a penalty marker on the field.
The play clock's been off all night, so I wonder if it might be a delay of game penalty. You know, in that case, the back judge will be keeping the play clock.
Yeah, they had the They had the play clock at 53 seconds. Now it's back to 1 minute, 10 seconds.
They must not have stopped the clock there for the penalty. So 53 seconds left to go here for the Indians. 2 timeouts, but Andalusia not electing to use them. And you got to think here the Indians just going to be content to kneel this one out.
Now the play clock showing 1 minute 48.
Oh. Yeah, and Deion Floyd noticed that right away. He points right at the scoreboard and is like, yo, what's going on, guys?
The way this game has gone, we had to have expected some late fireworks. Now it's showing 1 minute 28.
All right.
We're getting closer.
Is that what we're sticking with, 1 minute and 28 seconds?
I think we're going to ride out 1 minute 28, guys. 1 minute 28, a pair of timeouts apiece with both teams.
So maybe a little bit early there on the victory formation. I'm sure we'll see it at some point, hopefully. But it is 3rd down, so going to have to pick this one up if the Indians want to keep it out of the hands of the Bulldogs and avoid any late-game magic.
Coach Bear was upset here because the clock had to stop due to that malfunction.
Yeah, and rightfully so. I mean, that play clock should have been running. The ball was inbounds the whole way. And it's a handoff up the middle. Tate immediately boxed, spin move, trying to find some room, but he'll get swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of about 3.
Andalusia will take that timeout here.
Yeah, trying to maybe.
With how much on the time, Austin?
We got 1 minute 15.
Yeah, 1 minute and 15 seconds left to go, and it's a kind of no man's land here for the Indians. I think it might be a little bit out of the range of Cyrus Bullock, and as this timeout kind of goes underway, we'll keep it here. I would imagine that either the Indians are going to try. It looks like, or at least it looked like the offense was going to stay out on the field, which kind of makes sense where you are. You're right at about the 32-yard line for the Andalusia Bulldogs, so a little bit too close to punt, especially if you're using a new guy like Charlie Skipper, maybe not super confident in his ability to place it and really pin him back deep. And it might just be kind of an arm punt situation where you send Caleb Ballard on a go route, you chuck it up to him, maybe he makes a play, maybe somebody else makes a play. But regardless, that's kind of what I'd expect here coming out of this timeout, especially if the punt team stays on the sideline.
Mitch and Greg, one thing to look forward to as we go on this season, having a dynamic playmaker and your quarterback, Charlie Skipper, as the punter. Also, we've already seen some trickeration back there in the punt, special teams punt formations. Coach Bear Woods looking to utilize his instinctive quarterback with his playmaking, dynamic, athletic ability as well.
Yeah, well, and it's easy to kind of fool people because your quarterback is also your punter. So there's definitely a bunch of changes, or definitely a bunch of kind of trickery situations you can run into here, and we'll elect to see what the Indians do. It is the offense out on the field here with about 1 minute and 12 seconds to go here in this 4th quarter. Skipper elects to keep it himself, and he's got some room. Skipper up the middle. Skipper beats them all. Touchdown, Indians.
Charlie Skipper with the Heisman stiff arm little celebration as he was running into the end zone.
That is the dagger, I'm almost sure of it, barring some miracle from the Andalusia Bulldogs. Charlie Skipper, man, he has gotten it done all night long on the ground. This Indians team has gotten it done all night on the ground. All touchdowns coming on the ground. Wow, I mean, what a heads-up play by Charlie Skipper there. I mean, he finds the open seam, turns on the jets, and gets north immediately.
Puts the dagger into the Bulldogs. Looks like they will do the PAT right here.
And this time it'll be Cyrus Bullock. First it was Wesley Pinker. Now Bullock will get his first chance to score a point here for the Indians. 18-0, the good guys lead it. And make it 19. A great kick there from Cyrus Bullock. Just bends right inside the field goal post. And now this Indians crowd knows it. This Indians team knows it. And some celebrations as they come off the field. And rightfully so. What a great play by Charlie Skipper.
Makes that ride home that Wetumpka a lot better now, knowing this.
Coach Woods trying to fire up this kickoff unit just a little bit. It's easy to feel like this game is sealed, and it almost is, but a couple of costly mistakes, and it could flip right on its head. 19-0, the good guys lead it.
And you'll see Andalusia come out here. Once they get the ball, they'll probably more than likely be passing, trying to get some yards, and probably try to score here, just to try to get some points on the board here on the first game of the season.
The kickoff team eagerly awaits. Cyrus Bullock going to tee it up. And we'll see if he elects to take the driver off the tee, or maybe he'll hit an iron, kind of do that little pooch kick that this Coach Woods team has really made their own over the course of his 5-year tenure here at Wetumpka. They'll split out to the sides here. You hear the pride of the tribe in the background. They sound as good as ever, especially when the good guys are leading it. Bullock starts the run up, and it is the driver. He'll kick it way deep and back to field it for the Bulldogs. It's number 3, Carmelo Hill. Hill trying to find some space, and a good return from him before he gets pushed out of bounds right at about the 31-yard line. Coach Morton going to fire up his guys here before they get on the field.
Important to note, Andalusia only has one timeout left here in the ball game. So look for a lot of quick outs. Try to get to that sideline to stop the clock.
Yeah, just about a minute left here in this fourth quarter. Again, apologies for everybody listening. We cannot see the scoreboard here from the visitors' press box, so trying to do our best to stick with it. 19-0, the good guys lead it with just about 60 seconds left to go. The Bulldogs, if they want to pull something out, they're going to need a lot of help, not just from the guys on the field, but maybe from the man upstairs. Barry's still not checked back into this game. You hate to see that for him. Really kind of the highlight of this Andalusia offense, and has not returned since he exited the field. Hopefully he's all right.
Got
Rolling.
Ballard out there.
Yeah, Ballard out there, and now taking off with it is Leslie. He was dancing around a little bit, but everybody covered, and so he elects to go straight up the middle, slides down, doesn't want to take a hit. No reason to have another injury this late in the game. 2nd and 5 coming up for the Bulldogs.
They're not hurrying up to the line. Looks like they're just going to ride it out here at the end of the game.
Guys, as the time winds down, got to get the hats off to the entire operation down here on the sidelines. A really clean execution from the coaching staff to the trainers, just everybody involved, obviously the players. This has been a really, really well-ran operation tonight.
And a snap, and it's a handoff right up the middle, finding some room. This time is the new running back. It's number 0. And moving the chains up, it was Calvin Woods there to make the tackle. This Indians crowd starting to cheer as time winds down. Bulldogs in no hustle to get to the line of scrimmage. Might have time for one more play. Can't see the play clock over here, but it's got to be less than 20 seconds left. Pistol formation yet again for the Bulldogs, and who's there to make the final stop of the game? It's Zion Robinson. The officials blow the 3 whistles, and they come to Andalusia and spoil senior night. 19-0. The Indians hand the Andalusia Bulldogs their first loss at home in 3 years. They spoil senior night, and what a great showing it was here for the black and gold.
This is what you want to start the season. You want to come on the road and win a game against a powerhouse program like Andalusia. They have been really good the past couple of years, and Wetumpka came in and shut out the Bulldogs. Great win, great road win by the Indians tonight, and you got to give hats off to that defense. Coming in tonight, we had a lot of questions coming into the season about the defense and that front 7. Well, there ain't no more questions anymore, it looks like.
Absolutely, and we'll run over some stats here in just a moment on the Shops at East Chase postgame show. Make sure you stick around, tune in to hear a recap. And, of course, Austin Elliot about to find Coach Bear Woods down on that sideline. We'll hear from him and his thoughts on the ball game tonight in just a moment. And the Indians starting to celebrate. And Coach Woods kind of signaling his guys over to the sideline. We'll get the singing of the alma mater real quick, and a big tradition. That's something Coach Woods has really emphasized. A standing ovation from this Indians crowd as they come over. We'll let you take a listen. a great tradition that Coach Woods has instilled here. And now the guy's getting all hyped up. Austin Elliott going to try to make his way over and find Coach Woods after this celebration.
Guys, Coach Woods really embracing the team, the band, the crowd tonight. What a showing from the Indians.
And I mean, how could you not? Just a great game all around here for the black and gold. A great showing for the Indians here tonight. A couple of things to work on as always. I know Coach Woods is definitely going to have some things, but he is enjoying the moment right now. Coach Woods celebrating on the sideline, and man, what a great night here for this Indians team. They make the long journey, about 2 hours on the road here to Andalusia. They come in and spoil senior night, man. What an impressive win to start off the season for the Indians. And as Austin Elliott tries to find Coach Bear Woods, we'll try to hear from him real quick. He's making his way over now.
Yeah, Coach Woods celebrating with the guys, having a fun time, wants to embrace it. Austin, you got it, Coach Woods?
Yes, sir. I'm here with Coach Woods. An excellent showing from your squad tonight in all facets of the game. Except over here. Excellent showing in all aspects of the game from your squad tonight. Thoughts after that week one performance?
We really didn't play very good football. That wasn't Wetumpka football in terms of the execution of the plays. We left a lot of plays on the field. But what I'm so proud of is that our young defense with so many new starters and 2 starters who were out tonight on defense, to put up a goose egg, first time since 2016, that's what I'm proud of, to come on the road and to be able to do that with all the snafus on offense.
Knowing how much trust you put into your experienced quarterback, Charlie Skipper, opening the drive with an interception, but making adjustment after adjustment, coming up big and big. What do you got to say about your young quarterback?
Well, he utilizes his legs. I mean, he made some good – here's the thing. He missed some throws, and then he made the throws, and his receivers missed the ball. So, I mean, it was just a team effort and lack of execution on the offensive side. But the good news is the reads are there. Like, he's got it. Caleb's got it. Like, these guys, it's the first game for every team across the state, and we're going to execute better than next week. And we know what we got to get better at. Just fundamentally got to get better offensively on catching the ball, making the throws. But if when our defense shows up like tonight, that's what we really need to see as a staff. I wanted to see what our defense could do against the run, which is why I was excited about this matchup and getting this game, the first game of the year.
Lastly, Coach, a great display of toughness from all 3 of your backs. Great utilization of all of them. Tate being the third down converter, having some hard-earned yards. What do you got to say about all your backs right now?
We have one football to get some talented kids. I want to point out some guys. Jeremiah Sears, remember the name. He started at cornerback tonight. I told him he is Bob Sanders. He's a dynamite package. He comes up and hits Jordan Hill, one of the best football players that we have on both sides of the ball. He toted the ball some tonight, came close to breaking. Deion Floyd's been program guy for 4 years, and you saw how dynamic he is, and he works hard, and he's a catalyst for our offense and really for our team, who also play defense also.
Thank you, Coach. Great week 1 win. Looking forward to next week.
Yes, sir.
Well, always great to hear from Coach Woods. Stick around. We'll be right back in just a moment with the Shops at East Chase post-game show.
It's never too late to take the next step. The Central Alabama Community College Adult Learning Program helps adults 18 and older earn their GED or even a high school diploma. You can also prepare for the workforce with short-term certificates in medical billing and coding, medical assisting, pharmacy technician, or hospitality and culinary. Flexible classes fit your schedule, and your future starts today. Visit cacc.edu/adult education or call 256-378-2017. CACC Adult Learning Program. Discover you.
When you bank locally, your money helps strengthen the communities you call home. Marion Community Bank has spent more than a century building relationships and supporting the people and businesses it serves. Now we're proud to be part of the Wetumpka community. Stop by their new location at 4876 U.S. Highway 231 or call 334-478-1138 to learn more. Marion Community Bank, committed to you. Member FDIC.
When it comes to real estate in the River region, trust the team that puts you first. Chad Barrett, Beverly Wright, and Kathy Thornton. With experience, dedication, and a commitment to making every move smooth, they're here to guide you whether you're buying, selling, or investing. Together at RE/MAX Cornerstone and RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus, they're the names families across our community count on. Call today and let Chad, Beverly, or Kathy help with your next move.
Looking to tackle your next home project? Look no further than Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, with same-day pickup, ship to store, and ship to home, all available at russelldoitcenter.com. Whether it's paints, tools, lumber, or lawn care, we've got what you need with the service you can trust. So be sure to shop today at russelldoitcenter.com. russelldoitcenter.com.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
This is the Shops at East Chase post-game show on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
Indians get the win over the Andalusia Bulldogs. They spoil senior night and hand them the first loss at home in just about 3 years. And, man, what a great night it was for this Indians squad. And you can't talk about this Indians team without talking about that defense. Player of the game, in my eyes, it's got to be Caden Carlisle. I mean, he comes in and all off the rip, he takes about let me retract that. I'm going to give it to Zion Robinson. 3 sacks, tying the school record, and another 3 tackles for loss. A great showing from him, and all around a total of about 9 tackles. So 3 sacks, 3 tackles for a loss, 9 total tackles. What a great showing from him.
Man, we talk about Xavion Robinson. We said his name a lot tonight for good reasons. He was in the backfield almost every single play we saw. Him and Caden Carlisle are some weapons at the edge for this Wetumpka Indians defense.
Yeah, good point right there. Coach Bear Woods mentioned Jeremiah Sears as well. An incredible top 10 Sports Center interception, multiple big tackles, hard contact, hard hitter. Not one of the biggest guys on the field, but always makes his presence felt. A guy you want on the field in crucial situations.
Yeah, and you talk about Caden Carlisle as well, the sophomore, the sister of Bailey Carlisle, a star volleyball player, is now continuing her career at Huntington College. A great player and an athletic family at that. A great showing from him. He picked up another 2 tackles for loss, 2 sacks for Caden Carlisle, a fumble recovery for him as well, and a grand total of 9 tackles. So 2 guys with 9 tackles here tonight, and a great showing defensively. Now you look at the offensive side of the ball, kind of a little bit of a rough game for the Indians all around, but Charlie Skipper close to 100 yards on the ground with a touchdown as well. 2 touchdowns for Jeremiah Sears. But, guys, what stuck out to you tonight?
Man, you talk about Carson Tate, man, tonight. He has been great. He was great tonight. He had 12 carries for 76 yards. He was a third down menace in that backfield. When he came down third down, they trusted him to get that first down tonight.
Guys, what really stuck out to me, speaking with Coach Woods after the game right there as well, looked for a big opening night from junior quarterback Charlie Skipper. Finished with about 130 passing yards, not many attempts, almost less than 10 attempts. Had multiple runs that were, good yards, crucial yards, and obviously that put away touchdown there at the end. Just a gritty performance. That says more than, it's a super stat-filling highlight real game to me from the junior quarterback.
Yeah, absolutely. And like Coach Woods mentioned, a lot of kinks to work out offensively. But, man, that defense came lights out, and they came ready to play. I mean, this was, for me at least, one of the biggest question marks heading into this season was what was this defense going to look like? You returned just 3 starters, an entirely new front 7, and especially that front 4. I mean, they were absolutely dominating the line of scrimmage, winning just about every battle. And even when running backs were able to power through and kind of get some extra yards, I mean, they were met at the line of scrimmage, it felt like, just about every time. A great showing from those guys.
You talk about another guy on that defensive line, Jordan Bracey. He had 7 tackles tonight. Man, he was a force in that D-tackle position, able to penetrate that O-line. We talked about in the pregame, you had to win the trenches. And the Indians won the trenches on both sides of the ball tonight, it looked like.
Yeah, they absolutely did. Austin, anything to add?
Yeah, I just got to piggyback off that. We talked about that in the pregame show going into it. What would this defense look like? Gregory mentioned it. a very new look front seven. We all know that Coach Bearwood's, all of his teams, they pride themselves on defense. And, I mean, what a better test week one than this Andalusia Bulldogs squad. Obviously with some very talented runners. That's what they lean heavily on, and the Indians answered the bell tonight.
They absolutely did. For the final time tonight, I'm Mitch Petrie alongside Gregory Kirby, Austin Elliot. The Indians come in on the road, open up with a 19-0 victory, a shutout over the Andalusia Bulldogs, and excited to see you. We'll be on the air on Tuesday night for Tribal Talk featuring the Bearwood Show at 6:30 and all the way until 7:30. Hope to have a couple of the players join us there. And then, of course, Friday night, a week from today, 7 o'clock kickoff, 6:30 pregame coverage. The Indians back on the road again, this time a little bit of a shorter journey over to the Tallahassee Tigers, a longtime rivalry that's getting renewed this year. They've played each other just about 73 times. Matchup number 74 coming your way in just a week. For the final time, Indians win it 19-0 over the Andalusia Bulldogs. Appreciate you all being with us here tonight on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network. We'll see you next week.
You've been listening to the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network, home of the Wetumpka Indians, presented by Collier Ford, RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty and RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty Plus, Central Alabama Community College, and the Shops at East Chase. Sponsored in part by Marion Community Bank, Russell Do-It Center, The Gab Salon, Montgomery Fire Equipment, First Community Bank, CAC Adult Learning, Oswald's, Central Access, Alpha Insurance, the Ennis Agency, and Wharf Casual Seafood. The Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network is a product of Radio Alabama Sports and Radio Alabama. This broadcast is copyrighted by Radio Alabama for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast, descriptions, or accounts of the game without Radio Alabama's consent is strictly prohibited. Thanks for listening.